Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Feel Good Friday, and we are live. Happy afternoon to everyone out there. I know we're early. I know for some of you it's not your happiest feeling, but we got WWE Smackdown live in about 13 minutes as we will be here all day long. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the Wrestling Utopia. So get in that chat. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. It's going to be a fun one, folks. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into on the road to WrestleMania, plus so much going on in the wrestling world. We're going to talk all about it. It's going to be a fun one, like I said. Strap in, strap on. Grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE Smackdown today. Yes, today, 2:45 p.m. We are live and ready to go. The show starts, it's about 12 minutes, 3 o'clock p.m. It's going to be a fun one. I know some people out there, you might not be able to see this when I am live, so I will warn you, there are some spoilers here for SmackDown as we will be reacting as they come live from Bologna. The European tour continues. We're back at it again. We do have the Monday stream, which will be another afternoon stream. So do not forget to click that little bell. Make sure you're a part of the shows. Make sure you're a part of the family as we get ready for a big one here today. Lots going on, lots to talk about, lots to get into. 3 big names in the house tonight, all heading towards a collision course at WrestleMania. And we will talk about that. We're going to talk about the matches. But again, it should be a big crowd, a good crowd, an energized crowd. And speaking of crowds, I hope everyone out there, like I said, you're doing well. You're feeling good. You got Friday rolling. If you're working, you're almost done, I hope. And if you're not, well, the weekend has begun. And for us, the weekend is already off and rolling. SmackDown here. I will let everyone know some keynotes for the channel before I say hello and introduce myself and start clicking on the chat. But we are back with the Wing of the Ring. Big surprise last night as Anthony wins his 2nd championship, and congratulations to the new Wing King as Anthony eked one out over me. I got to give him credit. He battled. Paddlegate was a thing. If you haven't seen the Wing of the Ring yet, go check out all of our episodes. They're a lot of fun. We had a good time. A lot of burning mouths and sore insides and indigestion because of Wing of the Ring, the WrestleMania edition. But we got several episodes up there now. I will take a second to let you know this Sunday is the next time we go live. We will be here 6:30 p.m. Myself, Big Nick, and Anthony, members only. So if you're not a member yet, become a member. You can participate. No holds barred Q&A with your host. We'll talk about anything and everything. Wrestling, life, horses, food, whatever you want to talk about. It is up to the fans, so members only this Sunday. We're looking forward to that. And then next Sunday, a big announcement. But next Sunday, the people versus John Cena. John Cena versus the fans. Is he justified in his anger, his heel turn, his rage towards the fans? Are the fans right? Was he overrated? Is he not what we thought he was the whole time? Did he hold people back? We'll talk about it as this will go to trial. I believe it will be myself taking on Big Nick on this one, and Judge Anthony will be in the house. So make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, make sure you hit subscribe, be a part of the family, be a part of all the shows, and we appreciate you being here on a Friday afternoon already. As I said, there's a lot to talk about, lots to unpackage going into tonight, but we will get there. But I guess I should take a moment. I will take a pause, take a breath, and let everybody know I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. Again, big shout out to Big Nick and Anthony. Hope they're doing well today. I hope everyone out there is doing well. And I am going to waste no time as we got about 9 minutes. So I will start saying hello to the people. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind. If you're new here, don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Even if you put an emoji in the chat, whatever you got to do, but you don't have to sit back. Be a part of the debate, be a part of the discussion, be a part of all the fun as this channel continues to roll. Don't forget the WFU. Make sure you hashtag WFU for all your posts, and the community is growing. The IWC is dying, the crying, the whining, the negativity, the bashing, the fighting. It's all, we're running away from it. We are the Wrestling Utopia, where you're allowed to have a difference of opinion and you are allowed to speak it without being told how dumb you are. But all that being said, I do see Maddie, the first one in the house tonight, 10:45 in the morning for some. And based on your name, Maddie, 2:45 is definitely the morning still. So shout out to you. Hopefully you managed to wake and bake and get ready for this one. Odds back with us. Good to see you. Earl, welcome. Subscribing to Maddie. Shout out to Maddie. Kadarius, good to see you. NY Dust, hello. But Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe, back with us, our current predictions champion. Good to see you, Damien. Hope you are well. Hope you're feeling good. But looking forward to the showdown tonight. A lot of questions. How does the favor play into it? What's happening with Seth and Roman's relationship? Is there any hope based on the things that we've seen? Nope, not according to Ross. So we have a lot to figure out. I know there's some people out there that haven't. Again, there's people that kind of find the holes in everything, but nonetheless, this should be a huge match if it is the Mania match. Clearly building in that direction. So let's go. Almighty Black Adam, welcome back. I know, but blame the Fed. They went to Europe, not me. But you can always watch that replay. All of our streams are down below. You can watch them anytime. Take them to work with you. Go to bed with you. Whatever you got to do to tune in, do it. It's good. We appreciate it. We like it. So thank you. Again, I will warn there will be spoilers for those who are waiting till later tonight. So my apologies in advance. Kevin, good to see you. Welcome. My Smackdown doesn't come on until much later. Don't spoil. I'm here for the party. Well, I will be letting you know what's up. What's up, Jose? How you doing? I feel like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince Bel-Air. There you go. Over on Twitch, you might feel that way, but right now, just an update for everybody. We are one away from our first Twitch milestone of 50 Twitchers, followers. So if you have a Twitch account and you don't follow us on Twitch, go do that. We'll hit a milestone. Speaking of milestones, we are 7 away from 6.6K. So if you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so, as we want to hit that 10K mark, and we are grinding towards it. So as I was going to air tonight, we are literally 7 away from that next milestone. So get in there, hit those buttons, and be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see how many friends we can get over to the Wrestling Utopia for all the wrestling fun. But the Wrestling God, shouting out the hashtags. Let's go all day long. Roman, good to see you. Samarator, what's up? Eric, welcome back. Anybody got a good stream? You might have to Google some shit, but you can get there. Bonkers shouting out the chat. Let's go. Denisha, welcome back. Ding, ding, ding. That's it. We're ready. The bell has rung. Exactly. Dennis, how you doing? Addie Carver. Hello, everyone. I'm just eating lunch with my family. Well, let everyone in your family subscribe to the Wrestling for Life Network. Everybody, grandma, uncles, the dog, I don't care who, just sign them all up. Just take their phone, do it for them, give their phone back. They'll thank you. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? I hope the Golden Coast treating you well. Nice and early for you right now. Hope you are doing wonderful. Zelina Vega is about to beat Piper Niven with her trusty chocla, or with her shoe. I don't know how to say that properly. I'm gonna get fired. But yeah, no, Zelina Vega is taking on Piper here today. So is Jade taking on Liv. We got the Zelina Piper showdown as Zelina's heading towards Chelsea, which I do like. And then Jacob and Braun going to run it back again. We'll see how this one plays out. What kind of twists and turns are involved with that. Timmy, welcome back. How are you doing? Paul, yo, bro. Do people have jobs? Some do, some don't. But whether they're at a job or not, I'm glad they are here. Let's go. First Brussels, then Bologna. What's next? Hamburg. They were in Hamburg the other night, Jose, if you want to be funny about things. But yes, the next stop will be Glasgow as far as live Raw goes. Glasgow, Scotland. A lot of us are hoping for some big things. Will Joe Hendry be the mystery partner for Jey Uso? Makes a lot of sense. Apparently, he's over at WWE World. But yes, they were already in Hamburg. We put up a clip from the Hamburg show. LJ from BK. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How you doing? Safid. What's up, everyone? The Slammy Awards coming back on 420 on WWE socials. The voting has started. To be honest with you, Safid, we can actually go through some of the categories, but maybe instead of going through all of them, as we are about 3 minutes away from the start of the show, y'all can pick a category, shout it out. I'll let you know who's nominated and what I think about it. I did see some people upset about a couple things, but regardless, we're rolling with that one. But yes, it's real cool. 420, the Slammies will be back. And I like it. I mean, I grew up at a time where guys like Owen Hart made a Slammy a big deal, made it part of their gimmick. You know, he was the 2-time Slammy Award winner. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it. My job is to watch wrestling for life. Doing a good job. I like it. Oh, it's good to see you. Sin, good to see you. Polo, back at it. Let's go. KJ just found a way to watch SD live with you. There you go. I love it. I love hearing that. Good day, KJ. Is the barbecue still on your beard? Wait, or just happy to see what is happening. What? No, definitely. Welcome back. So, not doing Saturday or Sunday AEW Smackdown weekend. No, we're not. AEW is split over 2 shows this weekend, both approximately starting at 11 p.m. after NC2A. So if anything goes into injury delay or overtime, they could start at 11:30. They could start at 11:45. But yeah, so it's 1 hour on Saturday, 1 hour on Sunday. We won't be here, unfortunately, and we will be covering Collision coming up, but not this weekend. Not for that reason. We want to kind of have a life. So this is a nice way. We get done early Friday, get a couple days with our loved ones, and then we're back at it on Sunday. Pickles. Stop with the pickles. Pickled relish. No, can't do it. What time is it on today in LA? Well, it's on 2 minutes from now in LA. So whatever the current time is, which I think is 3 hours before mine. So you're going live at noon. Stoner Jesus, may the morning blunt be with you, or the early blunt. I hope you were doing well, sir. Let's go. Z-Man, welcome back. Good to see you. Jordan, welcome back. Let's go. But Wrestling for Life, let's go. You guys are awesome. That's it. There's no one like us. We are uniquely us, and we do appreciate it. We do appreciate the love. Looking forward to Braun Strowman versus Jacob. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know if we're going to get anything definitive with Strowman and Jacob today, but we will see. This has been an ongoing kind of battle between the two big men. So let's go. Cheers to a great show and an awesome stream. It's Friday. Let's have a day. I hope the Friday feel goods have kicked off for everybody out there. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're smiling. Hopefully you're excited for the weekend. I know I am. So it's going to be a good one. And again, 3 hours of SmackDown before we get there. So it's a special time for basketball. Yes. So the NC2A tournament, TBS or TNT or both, their relationship with basketball, AEW gets pushed around a lot. And this is one of those times. So there you go. Braun, not Braun. I got you. Mike N, welcome back. Afternoon. There you go. Timmy's going to be watching later. Well, you can always watch the replay at the same time, sir. But I hope you enjoy it. What's up, Tanisha? Always a pleasure. I'm already following you on Twitch. We do appreciate that. We do. Let's see. At 51. There you go. Thank you. MDB will follow you back if you follow us. Let's go. As the live show is about to start, we just hit 50 Twitchers, our first milestone on Twitch. So thank you for that. We greatly appreciate the love over on Twitch. And again, we are getting super close to reaching 6.6K here on the channel as we grind towards 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K. And yay. Now, if you want to follow along at home, I will let you know what my screen is showing, and you can try and line your stuff up with my stuff. If not, we'll just have a lot of fun. But I got now. and I'm about to get forever. So I hope everyone's ready to go. Smackdown going live from Italy as we get ready and we stay on the road to WrestleMania. Again, should be a lot of fun here tonight or today as we figure out what's going on. 5 minutes on Netflix International. Let's go. Let's go. I got the big W on my screen. Friday afternoon knee pads, MDB on the loose early on a Friday. So we get the sky shot of beautiful Italy, the countryside, looking lovely. So we head to Bologna. I'm working, Scott, working for the weekend. Someday Piper is going to stand on her own and win belts. I agree, Cherokee. For those who don't know Piper previous to coming to WWE, she can go. She is a worker. She is great. She's a great big body. And I think that there are going to be opportunities for Piper coming out of some, right now she's working with Chelsea, but she's been featured a lot and featured well, ever since the days of, being Dewey, our girl Dewey, all grown up. But there is Italian flags everywhere. I think you're at an international football game with this one. Hey, Scott Rizzo. It's a little odd. Anthony doesn't have teeth or neck pain anymore during Wing of the Ring. Aren't the sauces even hotter? You're gonna have to ask Anthony. I think he's playing a little bit of a trick here. So the next time we do Wing of the Ring, we're gonna get even hotter. And as we get hotter, Anthony's getting. I think he's bluffing. I know I was dying last night. I definitely know that ghost pepper's hotter than anything else we ate on this show. I know Nick wasn't having a good time. So I don't know. Maybe Anthony's like waxing his mouth or something. We got to watch. But we got Punk coming in the building. We already got Jay coming in the building. How can you say Abrahantes, but not Choncla? Abrahantes, I've heard it. It's the odd. What the hell? The Choncla is the fucking slipper, right? All right. The flip flop. We are quiet in the building, and here we go. As Randy Orton kicks off the show here tonight, and the crowd goes bananas. Holy Glasgow Raw and NXT. Yeah, we can't wait for that. We are live all week long for all your favorite wrestling. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, bunch of big shows, bunch of extra shows. We are excited. I can't watch. Got to wait. Have a good one. Sean, understand. Remember, there is the replay. Roll Tide moving on and survives against Robert Morris. Let's go. Good job. Stream in the U.S. is on one. Oh, there you go. As the entire crowd singing along to a methodical Randy Orton making his way to the ring. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the crowd is loud. I'll be watching both nights. Good stuff. I always state is winning. Go Cyclones, go Blue Jays. I accept the second part of that. Cyclones got a shot. Go Wildcats. Not all heroes wear caps, Scott, or capes. This one wears a cap. But yes, let's go. We are in Scotland on almost the birthday of Skull and Bones Freemason. We have there you go, Unbroken. Let's get weird. Let's get weird on a Friday. Let's go. Damn, KJ, I thought we were your loved ones too. You are part of my love, but you gotta work-life balance is a thing, folks. And when you do what we do as much as we do, every once in a while, a night off is a breath of fresh air. So I miss you every night, whether I'm here or not. Trust me, I got to put in the work. Best moment is probably the hardest. 11:58 out here right now. Let's go. I got 2 minutes. There you go. I got the replay of KO and Randy from last week. Randy in the ring, the crowd going wild. I tried the Lyra Valkyria push-ups, and I don't think I ever regretted anything more in my life. That woman's a beast. Listen, I know Lyra takes some heat. She's not the most charismatic personality, maybe not the most, fitting she doesn't exactly fit the mold of some of the ladies that get simped after. but there's no denying that Lyra is a beast. Lyra can go in the ring. Lyra's work is exceptional. Randy playing with the crowd. I like it. Let's go. They are loud in Italy. It's showtime. That it is. 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off. I'm behind and I'm scared to refresh my screen. Sorry. Well, you know, you get like double commentary. Same name on Twitch. Yes, I believe so. Yes, absolutely. Let's go. 51. Taxation is theft. What? Lyra, you're on the good early in the day, my guy. Lyra Valkyria, the one for me. Let's go. I'm glad other people can find that little happiness and not always stick to the obvious answers. So there has to be variation in this world. Variety is the spice of life. The crowd in Italy is red hot. Oh yeah, they couldn't wait. And the WWE was happy to give them a sing-along to open the show. Again, I mean, Jey Uso's been opening a lot of shows for that reason, because he gets the crowd on their feet and singing. Randy's a perfect guy to do it. Vet, you know, the Hall of Famer, you know, the surefire first ballot Hall of Famer in the ring with a microphone. What will Randy have to say tonight? What up, Geekbox? That means I miss Geekbox. Let me roll back. Dust Italian. New York Italian goes hand in hand. Very common, I think. Let's go. Let's go. Cherokee George, good to see ya. Let's go. Let's go. Who else did I get in here? Denisha got you. Lindsay got you. Hope you are well. Do we get to see the matches? Not here. We're not allowed to show them. But Kevin Owens interrupts right away. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What up, Box? How you doing? How you doing, sir? Hope you are well. We did appreciate Geekbox stopping by on Monday to hang out with us. If you don't know Geekbox, where are you? What are you doing? Go check out Geekbox. Go follow all his great content and all the love he gives to this community and this channel specifically. We got nothing but love. And yeah, no, welcome, sir. The crowd is chanting. I'm not sure what they are chanting, but KO saying I was wrong for attacking you. You didn't deserve it. So here we go. KO up to his old stuff. It's pronounced Chankla. Get out of here. I'm barely figuring out the language I'm supposed to speak. The crowd is, yeah, 100%. Let's go. I love me some Lyra. Anybody hating on my little lucky charm can deal with me. There you go. MDB putting everybody on notice. Lyra, I mean, I defend her. I've defended her for a long time. And again, I think what I really enjoy more than anything else is, I mean, the girl really can wrestle. She had great matches with a lot of people, and I think she'll continue to do so. AR, we are live internationally on Netflix. For those in the US of A, you either have to find a VPN or a stream, you know, maybe to steal a term from my friend, a Jack Sparrow stream. Put all that together 3 times fast. Santino, Tony D, and Giovanni are Italian. Well, Giovanni, sorry, nice to know ya. I know there was rumors or at least attempts by Santino to get Ariana on this show here today. So we will see. We will see. Randy getting people going. He's provocative. He gets the people going. This crowd is yelling all over KO. Do we get more of the Ray Phoenix and Aleister Black? I would think so. I anticipated to get something on Raw for those two gentlemen or those two teasers. We didn't get anything on Raw. It makes me think, are they going to be specific to SmackDown? And does that mean you're going to debut Phoenix separate from Penta? Which, again, will cause a lot of internet debate and discussion. Who's your all-time favorite Italian wrestler? I'm going to go with Santino. He's actually from Toronto. So, well, I'm going to go Santino. Take an easy way out. There you go. Italian. Where's the actual Italian? It feels wrong that Nick is not here during the show in Italy. My paisan, my Goomba, he's not here for the Italian show. Hope you're good. KO, baby. Can't show the stream because of copyright laws. I wish I could. I wish the laws were different. I wish they understood we were just sharing the wrestling wealth with everybody, but they don't see it that way. No talking, just action. Let's go. Get down to business. Tony Roma was founded. Oh, there you go. There you go. News. Ray Phoenix and Black going to SmackDown. Yeah, it would seem that way, Timmy. It seems like they've got that set up. And again, I find it very interesting. You know, is it because Penta's going to be involved in the IC title picture? Therefore, Phoenix coming in would kind of derail that. So Phoenix goes to SmackDown. They do a WWE draft, put them together at the draft. Bob's your uncle, Betty's your aunt, and we're off and rolling. Yeah, I don't know. Nick's still on the toilet from last night. Yeah, he was doing that Penta shuffle to the bathroom. I like that. I like that. The Gabagool vitamins. Let's go. Tony Roma's ribs were the best. I don't know if I ever had a Tony Roma's. Ray Felix. Yeah, apparently. Skipped mine, rude. Hey, listen, I do my best. You super chat, super stickers, membership, and that's the way to guarantee on you. But there you go. Some love from Geekbox. MDB, she got some of the best legs in the business. She got legs. She knows how to use them. Randy gets the people going. Got that one. I'm glad you dropped me on my head, says Randy. They counsel me. They understand. Let's go. Do you think Seth, CM Punk, and Roman, do you think that's the main event? Yeah, I think we can. I feel like they might be burying the lead on this one. Put it at the back of the show. Make us wait for it. If not, at the top of the second hour. Or, sorry, the top of the third hour, perhaps. But there you go. Randy Orton putting KO on notice. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but not for you. So here we go. Randy Orton hearing voices again in his head. He's going to punt KO as KO walks off. We are on and rolling. Good start to the show. Nice little promo segment from Randy Orton setting up a match with KO for Mania as we anticipated. Three-way dog collar match. Never seen one of those. All for it. Let's go. Let's see how complicated we can get things. What's up, brother Flop Salisbury? How you doing? You saucy tart, you. That's lovely. Randy told KO, fuck around, find out, and he's about to. Randy needs to address the been going on for years. Randy needs to address that been going on for years. I think you're missing part of your sentence, but I'll take your word for it. What's up, Bradley? How you doing? How you doing? Got you, Jose. J Boys in the house. Timmy, we've already said hi. Polo, we got you. We got you. Paul, is always a pleasure, even though I'm not always sure what you're saying, as well as Unbroken. Scott's back with us. Let's go. Let's go. I love the heat. Yeah, I do too. And again, it seems like once you kind of get Randy in this mode, does it snowball? Does it keep getting, stronger? Does he then turn on to someone like a Cody to set up something there because he's just that guy at that point? But here comes Damian Priest. Congratulations, Damian. Let's go. Let's go. Damian's going to get to hold on to that belt for a little while. He's had it a few times now. But, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. I'm super hyped for the debut of Ray Phoenix and the triumphant return of Aleister Black. Yeah, I'm pumped for both. I'm a big Ray Phoenix fan. I was a Lucha Underground fan. Penta, I like what they've been doing with Penta. I like his presentation, how he's looked, how he's come in. I think they're working with more stuff for Penta. Ray, it'll be interesting to see what he can come in and do. And then, of course, Aleister Black, a huge fan of Malachi. And if I think Triple H can get his hands on him, Malachi's legitimately a guy that could be a world champion. But up next, Damian. Wait, what? Damian. Did they even announce this match? We're getting a tag team match up next, folks, as we go to commercial break. Let me know how you're feeling out there. How you doing? How you doing? Having a good day? Is the Friday treating you well? Big plans for the weekend, but we are rolling as we pass 101 likes on the stream already here today, and we do appreciate it. We really do. Passing 50 Twitchers. I love seeing that as well, as we do appreciate the love over on Twitch. Let's see. Paul, Tatum, and Gigi look good at TNA as a team. Yeah, they came in last night. TNA was crazy last night. Felt like every couple minutes somebody was popping up, and oh my God. But Tatum and Gigi are going to work together, or Gigi, as Santino likes to call her. They will be taking on Spitfire. No, they're taking on Heather and Ash. Lash and Jackson was there as well, having issues with Spitfire. So, yeah, I mean, crazy. How you doing, Wrestling Proud? Definitely apologize for skipping over you. Bum. But yeah, I mean, TNA was crazy last night. I enjoyed it. I mean, if I look at this wrestling week, TNA's putting on good shows, guys. And I know there's a contingent out there that don't want to admit it, but TNA's doing well. They really are. Didn't mean to click on that again. Boom. Brother Fluff, got you. I know people, just kidding, I Googled. Good job. Malachi's potential return is April 25th on SmackDown. Highly possible. I mean, again, there's talk about what the number 4 meant. I don't know if we've absolutely locked down on the best of theories of what that 4 means. Some people said 4 years ago, in the 4th month, on the 4th day of the 4th hour of the 4th minute. That was the last time we saw Malachi Black. I don't know, but it does feel very Malachi-ish. So we can assume, we can speculate, we can hope. I do think that there is a good chance Malachi could be coming back into the fold. We know he's out there. We know the booking he had in NXT with Triple H. I think Vince McMahon horribly dropped the ball with Malachi and Buddy Matthews. But here we are. We get to run it back. And I think a lot of the fans sometimes forget that that's what we can legitimately do. So watching the internet over the last couple of days has been fun, by the way. How are you guys feeling? I see so much debate right now about that Jon Moxley spot. Some are for it, some are against it, some people are appalled, some people loved it. How do you guys feel? I know I gave my opinion the night of. I know I will continue to give my opinion on it. But I do find our old buddy Uncle Dave, the leader of the tribalism, the leader of the toxic IWC, continues to spew his stuff. Like anybody that criticizes AEW are just grifters, and it's so easy to dismiss things. What I think people are failing to realize in this debate is, yeah, some people like watching that kind of thing. Some people like watching cats be choked to death. That's what they do. Some people are fucking nuts. Some people are sickos. Again, just because some people like it doesn't mean everybody's going to like it. You guys have been here live. Damian can attest to it. Damian knows how we roll. We love our deathmatch wrestling. We watch deathmatch tournaments. We nominate death matches, for match of the year. We've done that in the past. I got Shinsuke on my screen. So, I mean, again, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do, well, it's for adults. Okay. Well, I'm an adult, and I don't know if that's kind of the thing that I need splashed on my screen. Now, you want to do it at a pay-per-view, you want to do it in a big moment, fine. But for 3,000 people in a building, 6,000 people, 600,000 people at home, I mean, save it for something big. They had a pay-per-view match, and I think what people are missing out on, I don't give a fuck about the spike spot, really. I'm not squeamish. I don't get upset. I mean, I'm not easily offended, but you're not helping the company. It's not moving. ECW tried to run that style. couldn't go mainstream, dissipated. CCW tried it. GCW's done a great job for themselves, but being mainstream might not be in their cards for the exact same reason. If you are putting on a weekly, nationally televised program, it's an interesting choice. But regardless of that, somebody online today, I saw a thing going, Cage Match has this rated 9 out of 10, the highest rated show since AEW All In. First and foremost, for any of the fans that thought that was an amazing show, you're only insulting the other stuff AEW does. In a way to try and build up your company, you're actually pulling it down by embarrassing yourself, saying, we haven't done any good shows since this show, like since AEW All In. That's crazy. That's insanity. It was not a good show. The Moxley Edge match was not good. Go back and watch it. The bulk of the match was walking around. I think Copeland took 3, 4, maybe 5 bumps. It's kind of strange. But ultimately, this whole fucking eat each other alive. You suck, this sucks, that sucks. It comes from the top. Oh, Damian going down the apron right away. Damian wasted no time to get to Drew. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Like, I mean, again, outside of that spot, the match itself wasn't great. And then you followed it with 2 average matches, and somehow people are trying to build it up like it was a pay-per-view level Dynamite. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm here for every single Dynamite, and it's easy for certain people just to brush things off. Whoa, Jimmy over. So Jimmy taking out everybody. We got Jimmy, Damian, Drew, Shinsuke. Didn't even know this match was announced. So I will put a poll up in the chat, folks. Sorry, I do apologize for being a little behind. But you let me know who you think is going to win this one, as I'm going to take the heels. Bum, 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 bum. Drew and Shin. And then we'll just add nobody for fun. Let's go. All right, let me know. Band Lab didn't that come with the computer? That's Garage Band, right? No, maybe. I don't even know what you're saying. Damian Priest and Shinsuke was set up last Friday. Yeah, I'm risking his body for what, though? That is the purpose of it. Here's the thing. And again, I won't go too far into this because we got SmackDown on right now, and I got lots I want to say, and my God, do I loathe Dave Meltzer. But ultimately, here's the thing. You're scaring away more fans than you're keeping. Now, if the sickos want to be the sickos, and that's fine, like, this is our wrestling, this is real. Don't call it real wrestling. It's not. It's a side product of a wrestling. It's a form of wrestling, but it's not the real pro wrestling, because in real pro wrestling, that shit is a stunt. In the first few years of AEW, Tony was able to rely on a lot of hot shotting with talent, bringing in one guy after another. We signed this person, we signed that person. A lot of hot shotting. When the hot shotting ran out, the product got a little stale, a little boring. Now they're hot shotting with their bodies, and that's all the move with John Moxley on those spikes was. It's hot shotting. It is the equivalent of being a shock jock. It is the equivalent of just trying to uptick the ratings. Now people are even trying to use the fact that, well, the ratings don't matter, but we'll use them to prove that Moxley had a good rating segment. Oh, and by the way, Will Ospreay, his numbers were shit. Yeah, because people who were watching tuned the fuck out for the last bulk of that show. Again, Statlander and Bane, why were they the main event? Why wasn't Mercedes Moné the main event? She's a champion. That would make me understand why you went world title in the middle of the show and then another championship match at the end of the show. But Mercedes was not going to follow that. Mercedes is not stupid. Mercedes is protected. So you sent those poor ladies out who had a good match, not a great match. You're not going to remember that match next month. Like, oh my God, do you remember when Bane and Stat tore it down? They had a good match. That's all it was. And they were put in a position to fail. But it is simply hot shotting. Period. But Shinsuke in control of Big Jim. Oh, thank you so much for that, Bradley. Again, just gifting away, my guy. We too appreciate it. WFU, let's go. Just the WF. RVD and Matt Riddle 420 match. Let's go. I said this, not wrestling on the Instagram AEW page of Mox comment section, still melting down. Again, I think the funny thing I find with something like this is good news. If you run by the story of any type, as long as they're talking about you, any type of buzz is good buzz. Controversy sells is the hope. But at the end of the day, you just go through those. Like, it is over. Like, they are outnumbered for the amount of people that liked it. The Dave LaGrecas of the world. Which, Dave, you missed the point. I love a good old hardcore match. I love a good old death match. I don't think it was a good choice for a Dynamite show. I don't. Sup, Travis? How you doing? What's going on? 316. Ricochet needs to turn to Prince Puma. I said it, Timmy. That's a missed opportunity right now. Nana should have turned at the pay-per-view. New presentation as the crowd is chanting. Drew standing over Big Jim, in control, talking shit. Jimmy fighting back. What's up, Vance? How you doing? How you doing? Malachi's potential return is April 25th. Got that one. Let's go. Let's go. It's not wrestling. It doesn't qualify. Again, I mean, even the extremists, you see what I did there. The extremists are the same way. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I was a kid that grew up in the peak of ECW time. But ECW was that grunge. It was tucked away. It had so much trouble getting onto national television for a lot of reasons. And one of the reasons was the TV companies, the general public don't want to see that kind of gore. They just don't. And that's what your job is. So if you guys want to be the niche little pocket, the niche of a niche of a niche, fine, but stop acting like you're not the niche of a niche of a niche. You are that. And if again, you have a guy jumping on a bunch of spikes in front of 3,000 people. Right now, I got 4 guys having a clean wrestling match in front of a sold out Italian crowd that are packed to the rafters. You tell me who's doing better. Jimmy and Damien, this Netflix commercial beat sounds similar to the beat I made. There you go. On that Netflix, send it to them. Let them know. Maybe the 4 is for Wrestling for Life. Let's go. You never know. Netflix in Canada and Europe. In USA, will be on the USA Network Friday night. That is true. Thanks, says AR. Who do you have winning this match? I have the bad guys winning. I think I said that. If I didn't, my apologies. But where are we with this? 43% of the chat picked Jim and Damien. 43 picked Shin and Drew. 13 said nobody. So a tie. A rare voting poll tie. To be honest, I hated that John Moxley spot, sincerely. It was disgusting, and the match didn't need it. It's not like it was a fucking 5-star match. It was like an absolute barn burner match, and that was a product of it. It was the same thing when they stuck the syringe through the cheek. And it seems like the sickos will ignore everything that happens for one moment. And that's what I feel like has happened with this. Is the hot shotting for that. Oh, it was a pay-per-view level. Why? Because some guy landed on spikes. You're telling me all the other shit we got in that show was a pay-per-view level. You just ran a pay-per-view. You telling me that this week's Dynamite was better than Revolution? Really? Really? The pay-per-view quality show? Oh, fuck. How bad are your pay-per-views? But again, I don't think MDB, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but I don't think you're a squeamish guy. Like, we all see the clips of stupid car crashes on the highway or a motorcycle guy running in the back of a car. We see those things. But if that's all you see, you can only go so far. As Damien gets the 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke gets pinned. Ouch. Ouch. Shinsuke. Wrestling for Life. Let's go. McIntyre jumping on Damien. No mercy. I'm coming for you. Oh, Damian fighting up, trying to choke. Oh, a Glasgow kiss ends that fight. As Drew just wearing out Damian. Can't feel the vibe. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think I mean it's a tricky one, Cherokee George. I think for me is like I almost feel like Drew is above Damian, right? So I feel like Damian is fighting up on this one. But as far as a WrestleMania mid to lower card match, it's not bad. It's not bad. Don't fuck with cats. Yeah, led all the way back to my home. Not my house, but Toronto. Yeah, I think I've been there, my guy. I'm of the it is what it is camp when it comes to Moxley. For the people who liked that kind of stuff, that's the kind of stuff that people liked. I'm past the point of liking his work. I think his work is fucking terrible. And the people that are trying to champion John Moxley, see, he's a good. No, I'm sorry, guys. And it doesn't make you a bad fan, to be honest. It doesn't make you a bad fan to open up and say, yeah, this John Moxley, like I love AEW, but this John Moxley guy is fucking nuts. Like if you have a favorite team out there, if you're a football fan, a hockey fan, a baseball fan, are you allowed to say, I love the Blue Jays, I love the Yankees, but man, their catcher sucks, or man, they need a new goalie, or we really could use a first line centerman. Does that make you a bad fan to want a new quarterback if your quarterback sucks? So to say that Moxley sucks doesn't mean you hate AEW. But let's be real. Moxley doesn't sell anything. He doesn't try to sell anything. There's times where he's outright, for my opinion, watching live, insulted the people that he's been in matches with, as doesn't seem to give a shit. The head twitchy thing doesn't work. Like, are we supposed to believe he's part reptile, part robot? What the fuck is he? His promos don't make sense. They don't lead to anything. He acts like he's setting the place on fire, yet he does nothing. They even teased that he was going to take over the show. He didn't do that. He just had a promo. He is not good. He's not good. The idea that he's even in the conversation with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, to me, is embarrassing. He is meant for a niche of a niche of a niche. So thank God Tony's paying him money to keep the AEW title invisible. The fact that there is no representation of the AEW championship on this show for as long as it has been is insane to me. But Moxley doesn't do it for me. As long as we go to a replay from Tiffany and Charlotte last Friday, the two ladies in pink, which made it very hard to call, by the way. Me too. I have like 50 comments melting down. Oh, it's insane. I've been taking heat left, right, and center, as you guys know, since last week's episode, which was atrocious. I said this week's episode was better, but I mean, is better great? And I mean, this denial and Dave, Uncle Dave. There's a reason why we have an F Meltzer shirt. It becomes ridiculous, and it's again, he has these sheep that have drank the Kool-Aid that just bah wherever he goes. And if he says it, it's true. If he says it, I responded to a tweet today, and somebody's it turned out, or at least the rumor is that the original tweet wasn't just deleted, it was fake. Regardless, like people just are so, foaming at the lips to fight you that, oh, you can't read, you illiterate fuck. Whoa. My comments had nothing to do with what was above. And that's where they don't like it's finding the low-hanging fruit. You make a very valid point. There's no counter argument. It's just, you're stupid. Okay. Damian and Jimmy for the win. They got the win. They did. As we go back into a commercial break. And again, I hope everyone out there is enjoying their Friday. We got lots more coming your way. We still got a few matches. I did not know that this match was going to happen. It was not on the actual WWE website when I checked. But I will remind everybody, the Wing of the Ring did go live last night. You can watch the replay now. It is down below. And again, a hell of a time, fun time. Anthony comes up and steals the title, and big win for him. He was ready to go. He got a little perturbed and took a big old swing out of the channel yesterday and walked away the king. So good for him. And we will be back at it again where Anthony will have to defend that title. Fun times. Lots of clips went up this morning. So go check out our shorts as well. We also have a clip of Del Rio freaking out in Tijuana. Hilarious shit. Because that clip's funny because he threw a chair thinking, I'm a big man, I'll throw a chair. And everyone around him said, we got chairs too, mofo. And they started throwing them back. I fucking love it. Philip, hi. That garbage AEW did Wednesday night was embarrassing. It seems like every Wednesday AEW seems to top themselves with stupidity. Again, it's been this interesting thing, and it's the stuff that certain fans want to overlook or certain people want to overlook, like the exploding ring that didn't explode, the thumbtacks on the shoes, the lighting things on fire, the flamethrower, the hypodermic needle. It is lowbrow. It is low class. It is playing to the lowest common denominator. It is playing to the simplest of simplest. It is, listen, I've seen every single Jackass movie. A big fan of the Wild Boys, watched a lot of those episodes, but you can only watch so long. It's like ridiculousness, right? What are they at? Season 28, 29 of ridiculousness. But those shows are just what makes ridiculousness stick around is the jokes, is the commentary. It's Diedrich making funny comments. It's Rob that's pulling the weight. But if you just are seeing, car accident after car accident after car accident, eventually it's going to get boring. And again, for those out there that are like, oh man, Jackass is the best, I want to be just like Jackass. I mean, at the end of the day, this isn't like I was never a professional wrestler. I never got paid to wrestle. I talk about wrestling as a diehard wrestling fan, as a guy who's watched as many minutes of wrestling as I have. I feel like I have a valid point and a valid argument. But at the end of the day, I'm watching pro wrestlers, former pro wrestlers, but critique this stuff. And a lot of them are saying all the same thing. But the diehard pocket, the Kool-Aid drinking fucking Meltzerites, just no, everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong. You need this person, even if they spent 2, 3, 4 years being a fan of a certain person, that person goes on the record saying something negative, the hordes come out and they just can't help themselves. They jump all over it. They light their pitchforks. They grab their torches. You heard me. And again, it's just baffling to me that how could everybody be wrong? How could such a vast majority of people be incorrect? As I got Tiffy, Charlotte, split screen. Charlotte goes to, Tiffy goes to speak. Charlotte interrupts. Literally looks like mom and daughter having an argument. Drew Shin should be managed by Drew Shin. Drew is a punk. I never liked him. I got to cheer for my Scottish fellow. Drew's doing good things. Drew's been good. Drew's been good. But again, you just beat up somebody you like, you got a problem. They want to be FMW. Again, I mean, and where did that get FMW? Where did that get CZW? Where are those companies now? What are they doing now? And again, the easy argument for some of the people out there is, well, you clearly don't like this. Like, this is for adults. Okay, motherfucker. What is your point? Like, somehow by me having an opposition to what I was presented doesn't make me child. Oh, I'm too child. I'm too soft. I don't realize if that group of people realize that they're like the woke mess of the fucking wrestling community. They are just, facts don't matter. It's just all based on feelings. I feel like Moxley's really good. I feel like we did all this stuff. I feel like AEW's the best. I feel like AEW's beating NXT. Doesn't matter what you feel. It's not actually happening. You can love it. You can cheer for it. I just don't know why you can't be honest about it. Well, there you go. So Charlotte giving Tiffany a bit of tough love here. McIntyre is an ass hair away from being a badass Jericho. I don't know about that. What's up, Ken? How you doing? How you doing? So how has this Netflix deal done with viewership? Still a way up from the big bump worn off yet? No, I mean, again, some people tried to present it as a negative because people try and twist narratives. Their first ever show had a huge bump. I think they're being consistent since, and that's called a regression to the average for those who haven't figured that out yet. So, I mean, I think they're completely happy. People forget things like the replay clicks. You're in a European tour, so for some people, this is on a prime time spot. Depending where you are in the world, people are happy. I don't think there's any issue, and I would fully expect that someday all of it, like, we won't be on USA Network. We'll be all on Netflix and all be streaming. I hated the faces of death eating puppies. Oh, don't eat puppies. I wanted to blow up my favorite team dozens of times. Exactly. We do it all the fucking time. Every year, me and my brothers go through this debate of who should the Leafs trade? What did they fuck up? Who didn't pull weight in the playoffs? You know, trade this guy, trade that guy. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, I love Will Ospreay. I think he's the poster boy. He should be the face of this company. There should be pictures of him everywhere on talk shows, on podcasts with the championship belt on his shoulder. Because if a guy can talk that genuinely and that honestly and be that guy, we're going to cheer for him. But the other guy with the belt is an actor. He's trying to be an actor. He's hoping that when his wrestling's done, he can get some B-level thug movies. But that's what he's doing. He's acting. Here comes Jacob Fatu. Bum, bum, bum. What do you think, folks? What do you think as we get a hoss fight here today? From Sacramento, California. So how's this one play out? What do you see happening? Is this just going to be another schmooze that, you know, kind of goes by the wayside and we just move on and keep building towards a mania? Get your votes in, folks. Up next, Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman from Italy. Let's go. Ryback and Roman would tag team champions. Oh, that's good. We all know Ryback can't get in the ring. Ryback, I want to see a video of Ryback actually in a ring. I haven't seen it in a decade. So I want to see him get in a ring and run some ropes. Let's see. I want to prove that Ryback is even close to coming back. Y2J is better than what? More like Harlot Flair. See money, fighting words. What's up? Smile Mark, welcome. Favorite Italian food? Mine is chicken Alfredo, pizza. That's the easy answer. I love making pasta. For those who don't know, I cook a shit ton. Alfredo is probably my favorite of the group, as like you, Smile Mark. A good old chicken Alfredo is always wonderful. But yeah, I mean, I think if I'm going to be specific, pizza. You become accustomed to it and it loses its spark, and wrestlers do more and more crazy things. Ghouls, welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you kicking around. Big shout out to Ghouls. And yeah, I mean, that's it, right? I mean, that's where I was saying earlier, like, the Jackass concept might be for you. I've seen every one of those movies. I find them funny. Some of their stuff, some of them, the disgusting stuff and the bodily fluid stuff, I could probably do without. But people love that. There are people that watch crazy shit like that all the time. But that's all that is. And it does wear out. As you go older, you see a clip and you're like, ah. But again, when you put a little bit of storytelling to something, it then becomes more interesting. If it's just people doing the same shit, shock value only goes so far. And that becomes the problem. It's the same thing we talked about. And we've talked about it for years, about Mick Foley jumping off the Hell in a Cell. Now the bar's up there. So when you see someone else have a Hell in a Cell match and nobody falls off the Hell in a Cell, you got fans being like, oh, that was lame. Because the bar's been set. Once you put the bar there, so what's next? What's next? We argued about broken glass. We've seen thumbtacks. We've seen a flamethrower. Now we're landing on spikes. What's the next stunt? And my biggest concern as a fan, and maybe I shouldn't care. I know some fans out there acted like you're soft for caring. But what if Moxley punctured his lung? What if Moxley, we just saw JD McDonough without spikes, break his rib and puncture his lung and drop to drop to the ground at the end of a match. What if that was a little to the left or right? I believe right, and it hit his spine. What if just the weight of his body coming down on that type of surface, an elevated surface, bent his spine enough to snap it, to break a vertebrae? We saw what happened to Big E. We saw what happened to Chris Bay. Their job is risky enough. Oh, come on, KJ. What are you, a pussy? Wait, whoa. Aren't we the ones that are trying to protect these wrestlers? Aren't we the ones that are trying to be supportive of these people putting food on the table, being able to play with their child? For what? What did it move? It didn't move the needle. More people are not going to buy tickets to the next AEW show. More people are not going to tune in to Dynamite on Wednesday because he did this. That's my problem, is what does it mean? Okay? Yeah, sure. Evil Knievel like to jump over things. But if nobody was around, it was just a guy on a bike. Tosh wore out after a while, good at the beginning. Same thing, yeah. I mean, you can only go so far with the same shtick. If you don't grow, evolve, change, get better. I mean, we've seen it with even just doing wrestling content. You got to keep changing. You got to keep it new. You got to keep it fresh. And if you don't, it gets boring. You've seen it. You know the shtick. You know where it's going. Jacob in the ring as we return from commercial. Tasha was so fucking borderline amazing. Like I said on Twitter, once you do hardcore every day, it becomes boring. Again, it becomes, I'm all for it. And that's where people talk, well, what about ECW? And what about this? And what about that? I mean, again, when you're comparing a Wednesday night Dynamite to a barely legal pay-per-view, it's not the same thing. So when you have people specifically paying money to see Carnage, opposed to national TV, sorry, and it doesn't matter how much you guys bellyache or certain people bellyache, the numbers are the numbers. One company is in giant sold-out stadiums. The other company is downgrading. Again, that doesn't concern you. I know if, as a fan of a sports team, that if they were in first place 3 years in a row, but this year they're in sixth place, we're not doing as good. It doesn't matter what I feel. I might feel like they're the best team in the league, but if they're not, they're not. The numbers tell otherwise. Facts matter. What's up, Clay? How you doing? How you doing? Match with Edge was slow. It was slow. Edge, I think, took 4 bumps, and one of them wasn't even from Moxley, so that's weird. Yeah, Edge didn't work very hard in that match. People, it was such a good match. Edge mailed it in. I think the Edge is mailing all of this shit in. I think Copeland is just there to collect a paycheck. But we got Jacob. We got Braun. Who you taking, folks? 81% going Jacob. 0 for Braun. 20% to nobody. Finally, Braun gets some love. Wow. Braun getting not a lot of love from the chat here tonight. More likely to get nobody as a winner. The only person that cares about WWE's viewership numbers and ratings on Netflix and the CW are Dave Meltzer and the Tribalists, looking for ammo to use against WWE. Well, I mean, again, it's the goalpost moving. We've talked about this a lot, especially with Dave Meltzer. So Dave Meltzer reports NXT's numbers generally with why they did so good, like a statement or like a clarifying statement of like, they did really well, but they had this, this, and this. And then he'll put out Dynamite's numbers with excuses. Well, there was a snowstorm. Oh, this went out. Oh, this didn't happen. Like, oh, they were up. He doesn't talk about what NXT's up against, or it's not equal reporting. It is literally a fanboy posting, no different than a faceless account with 10 followers. That's all Meltzer is. Again, people want to take him seriously, fine. But at the end of the day, the man knows nothing. He is embarrassing. I've been petitioning for over a year that people stop listening to Meltzer. Don't retweet him. Don't tag him. Don't just ignore him. The more his numbers dwindle, him and the sickos can go live out in the desert and have a gay old time. Flintstone style. If you do hardcore stuff week in and week out, then you have no other choice to keep getting more and more extreme until egregious happens and you can't ignore the issue. Right? As the fans are with Braun, the Italians giving Braun all the love. Fightful Select is confirmed Ray Phoenix is officially signed with WWE. Well, there's some great work by them. Facts unbroken. Perfect. I'm still a fan, but not a rabid fan. I'm a fan. I fucking like listen. If I hated AEW, we wouldn't show up every Wednesday. I wouldn't sit here for 2 hours every Wednesday for nothing. Every week, I hope this is going to be a good show this week. I loved AEW. I started doing this shit for AEW. I wanted to do well. I want WWE to do well, but it's just I think it's the fans that turn me off more than the wrestling. It's just this inability. Like, I can't get past people ignoring the facts. And if you want to push your narrative without any proof or any support or any valid argument, then my head hurts and I don't want to deal with it anymore. But Jacob all over. Oh, breaking the count, rolling back out. A lost art in wrestling, breaking a count. How's everyone doing on this Friday? I still see almost 60 people hanging out. Still impressive on a Friday afternoon. I do like seeing it. Bum, bum, bum. That's not new news, Damien. Yeah, it's so funny, Fightful. And we've seen this before. Rumors become news and become headlines, or we've seen it many times with us watching live and understanding what's happening. Like, yeah, they gave us a blatant Phoenix teaser. Safe to say he signed. Facts. Nailed it. Perfect, MDB. As Braun has Jacob down on the outside, going back to the crowd singing. I don't know what they're singing. Anybody know what they're singing? It's crazy to me that those guys are in their 40s and young kids and are constantly taking foolish bumps. John Moxley doesn't care about anything seemingly other than how much I can, prove I'm cool and a badass. Doesn't translate. Look how well, like Roman Reigns is going to go down as a Hall of Famer, one of the best champions of all time, one of the best runs of all time. Seth Rollins has been a consummate, an absolute surefire Hall of Famer. And Moxley was a guy that never achieved his potential in WWE. He blamed the WWE. And now we see what Moxley wanted to do in WWE and why he couldn't do that shit. Right? I mean, again, we've seen it before. We've seen it time and time again. Conning someone is easier than convincing someone they've been conned, KJ. Jose, great way to put it. Headbutt by Jacob. Down goes Jacob. When do we get Hikuleo? I saw a lot of reports going around the internet about Hikuleo is still training, still working on some stuff. I heard issues with Lance. Again, I think a lot of people that report this shit are full of shit. We don't know. But at the end of the day, I think that, I mean, NXT for them both. And we waited out. I think because we're in WrestleMania season, it has put some things on hold. Right? They're trying to find ways to interject, and you can't just introduce a whole lot of people when you already have plans for Mania, right? So, if they introduce a Hikuleo now and there's really not much to do, then the fans get mad that they're not doing much with someone new. So, yeah, anyway, those are your options. But Braun fighting Jacob off. Jacob, he's got the hands apart. Oh, Jacob turns the headbutts. Thoughts on WWE discussing Ken Shamrock, Kamala, and the giant Ugandan man. Kamala, again, I don't know. I mean, I think Kamala, as far as a career outside of the WWE, probably, and I mean, I know the WWE's bar for the Hall of Fame is a little bit on the low side. So, I mean, yeah, sure, I guess Kamala could get in there. Ken Shamrock, to me, seems like a guy that really should get in there. Played a big pivotal role in a couple big moments for WWE. Great IC champion, one of the first successful crossovers. We saw guys like Dan the Beast Severin try and crossover. It didn't work. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, if Shamrock can get in, I got no problem with that. David, welcome. I'm going to Backlash. Will be the first time I've been to WWE show since WrestleMania 35. First WWE tickets I've bought since I was gearing up for WrestleMania 36. That never happened. It's funny, we talked about that last night on the Wing Show, my guy. But yeah, no, I hope Backlash is a great time. St. Louis should be ready to go. It'll be very interesting how Randy ties into it all. But I hope you have fun, man. Remember, bring a sign that has our logo on it, and we'll send you a t-shirt. This match going longer than I anticipated it would, but Jacob working out Braun right now. Never mind. Braun with the jumping clothesline. Both companies have issues. I enjoy both and criticize both. AEW is a huge booking problem. AEW is overcrowded as hell. I completely agree with you. And I mean, again, I think we do a good job. When the WWE puts on something that's subpar or boring or doesn't make sense, I'd like to think we're here and we try and keep the bar equivalent, right? I mean, we talked about this week's Raw. It didn't blow my socks off. I thought it was very average Raw, and that's how it should be. There's nothing wrong with it. And if you've decided, if a fan out there decides, I'm 100% WWE, AEW's disgusting or gross and I hate it, or if I'm 100% AEW and WWE is pathetic and shitty and I don't like it, fine. Separate, part ways. But this need to kind of insult the other person's likes to make you feel better about yours is a really weird approach. That's why the WFU is a thing, right? You're not dumb for feeling the way you feel. I'm not dumb for feeling the way I feel. I mean, you're dumb if you want to push thoughts and rhetoric as facts. That's a little silly. But ultimately, you're allowed to like both. We watch TNA. We're back next week for a TNA show. We love it. I love what TNA is doing. And this whole crossover with NXT is working extremely well. GCW will be here live for it. Big spine buster by Strowman. This match going long. Oh, Tama. But yeah, I mean, I agree. AEW's got a big problem. They're overcrowded. They got lots of talent they don't use. Here's Soto. So Bloodline 2.0 in effect. AEW needs to stop the hot shot booking. Yeah, that's all I'm asking. I see the potential with AEW. I see the Will Ospreays. I see the Swerves. I see the Hangman Pages. I see the MJFs. And I just want them booked well. I don't want them doing peanut butter sandwich segments. And I don't want them doing, pointless random matches. Again, trying to convince me, like you just had Will Ospreay, Fletcher burn the building down in a cage match at Revolution. Strowman's back up, but there's definitely tension between Jacob, Solo, and Tama as Strowman getting in the middle of it all. And here comes LA Knight. Pizza with bacon on it, not ham. It's got to be bacon. I mean, if you do bacon and ham, you're allowed. That's okay. But yes, definitely bacon. Pepperoni, bacon, and sausage is always a good choice. So LA throwing punches. Yeah. And Tama jumping LA. Jon Moxley is an oxymoron of a masochist. He loves battering his body, yet doesn't sell a bit of it. I love that, MDB. That is a great breakdown in a real quick kind of overview of what Jon Moxley is, right? Okay, be the masochist, be the guy that's into all the hardcore stuff, but then when you get hit with something, sell it. So Braun Strowman wins by DQ. LA Knight helps Braun Strowman, and the bloodline is sent running, folks. They should get rid of the Tongans. They all absolutely suck. The only one of the new bloodline guys they brought in is Jacob. I would humbly disagree with that, Dave. I do really like Tama and Tonga. I know Tonga's got a bad rap for being a bit botchy. Tama can really, really wrestle, though. And Tama's actually a good promo. I know we haven't seen them much in that regard. They've been very much lackeys for the bloodline, but getting rid of them is not what I would agree with. The Guerrillas of Destiny versus Street Profits, Guerrillas of Destiny versus MCMG, against Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso at some point. Those are all money tag team matches. I just think we know them in this form. They are a really talented team. As I got Liv Morgan looking lovely, and Raquel. There you go. I'm thinking National Lampoon's European Vacation. Let's go. Let's go. Little Chevy in the house. Kamala is a legend. If Coco Beware can get it, yeah, I always defend Coco. So same idea. I think if you Kamala did good things in the Fed to an extent, but he's another guy like Coco. If you just remember like that specific gimmick, it doesn't feel very Hall of Fame, but realizing how much they did outside of that. So yeah, I'm okay with Kamala finding a way in. I know Kem Shamrock's been talked about. I mean, there's been a lot of names banning it around. So we'll see. So they're advertising the 3 stars are still under the same roof tonight. So we'll find out. Ken Shamrock has Hall of Fame entrance music. 100%. Let's go. As here comes Piper Niven jumping from one thing to the next So up next, folks, I will take your votes. Are you going to take Zelina? Are you going to take Piper? Who wins, and why is it Vega? Piper. Or nobody again. We'll say nobody is an option, but the last match did have a winner as Braun won. Get your votes in. Ronald, how you doing? Ken Shamrock could go with the Lions Den match. Facts. Ronald, welcome to the chat. How would you end this feud between Jacob and Braun Strowman if it doesn't end tonight? It's a good question. Do they build to some type of bigger match? Maybe. I mean, it's hard to say. My dilemma with this is Jacob's still caught up. But yeah, no, I mean, I think they're still caught up in the battle. I don't know if them fighting today, I didn't love it. Like they're good, but it wasn't, oh my God. I don't know what we do it as I'm getting a commercial for the roast of WrestleMania. But yeah, I don't know where you go with these two. I mean, ultimately now LA is working with Braun. Do they go in a tag team match? What do we do? Braun moves like a massive toddler. He really does. AW needs a stepping stool to step up to the bar. And that's the thing. I have no problem as an AW fan understanding that I am a fan of upstart wrestling, that my favorite company is 5-6 years old and they've got some things to learn and grow and get better at. I'm okay with that. But the idea that, well, they're better than this company, well, that's not really a fair thing. It's not really a fair comparable, but you're hurting yourselves. And when you do things like when you're hot and new and you're doing well and you brag about things like ratings, and then when the ratings go the other way, you don't want to talk about them anymore. I saw people online celebrating 650,000 viewers this Wednesday. Oh, look how good we did. That's not a win. At once upon a time, you were pushing 1 million. There was no reason why you couldn't be at 1 million. Continually trying to say, well, there's people over on Max. There's not that many people over on Max. I know there's not because they're not bragging about it. And beyond that, now it doesn't matter. Oh, the ratings don't matter. Well, they mattered when you were in front, but now they don't matter that you're not in front. Your best show of the year lost to NXT's worst show of the year. Dave Meltzer went out of his way. Oh, lowest rated NXT of the year. Still better than the AEW's best of the year. So if you're going to bring up the ratings, you got to take the facts back. And that's ultimately what happens. But it's not the same. And it's okay that it's not the same. If AEW can just do AEW, do it better, they'll be fine. Braun Strowman got that one. I am the only one who loves how all these wrestling shows are streaming services now and don't need cable. got me that VPN for SmackDown and Raw on Netflix, AEW on Max. Very thankful for that. Dave, I mean, I think it's the same thing across the board. I haven't had cable in a long time. Haven't had a landline for a phone in a decade. There's no reason. The world changes, things change. But at the end of the day, the only caveat is if we keep spreading shit over streaming services, I'm going to be paying well more in streaming services than I did for cable. So, what's up, you beautiful bastards? I hope everyone is doing well. AD and AZ, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Where's Roosh? Your question. Good question. Where's Jeff Cherokee, Sean? What happened to Jeff? What happened to, our buddy Double J? Big, gonna have the year of his career. What happened? But I don't buy streaming subscriptions. It adds up after a few. That's the catch, right? That's the game we play. Like I have Netflix, I have Triller, I have fucking I have a New Japan fucking membership. I have a Ring of Honor, Honor Club member. And for those who want to doubt my loyalty, again, you have Crave and Tubi and but we get a replay of LA Knight swinging at Solo. It's called a Meat Lover Pizza, J-Boy. That's the go-to. That's clutch. 2 weeks away until April 1st. We're getting so close. And less than 2 weeks away, right? 10 days away. April 1st, we get in here. And then real quick, April 6th, we got Dynasty. We're definitely in the peak of Mania season as we head towards the 19th and 20th. We're going to be covering Bloodsport here on the channel on the 17th, 18th, whatever it is. We're covering the Hall of Fame. And now the Bloodline are yelling at each other. Solo telling Jacob, we were just trying to help. Oh, Jacob saying you better watch yourself. This is interesting. See, now with Solo having issues with Jacob, I think that's the opportunity. Tongaloa can come back, and maybe then you can introduce new Samoans, right? Maybe that's the point where you can introduce them. It's Anna, the Italian rapper. Anybody listen to Anna? MDB, I'm looking at you. Spanish Rachel. Piper for the win. Zelina for the win. Piper for the win. Come on, the squash, possibly. I'm wondering if Vega can steal a win here. As here comes Vega. Not much crowd reaction. Alba Fire as a Secret Service is working for me. I don't know why. I'm okay with it. My only disappointment is you could have kept Isla as well. She could have 3 Secret Service members. Why not 3? Why did we have to get rid of my girl? I was watching NXT 2016 Black and Gold, and Liv Morgan was on there. And my God, I can't tell you how much of a success she has become. I always thought she had potential, but she was bad in the beginning. Paul, when I first saw Liv Morgan, I never thought she'd be a women's champion. She just seemed like an average, run-of-the-mill kind of another, cute blonde coming through. But Liv Morgan has done so well. I think people overlook the bumps that she takes. I think people overlook her in-ring work. I don't think Liv Morgan gets the credit she deserves because she is a pretty blonde lady. And I also think there's others out there like Alira that don't fit that mold, that don't get enough love. So it's an interesting take on all of it. But ultimately, Liv's done extremely well. There was no reason why that she shouldn't be champion. This tag title run's going to be fun. They're braggadocious about it, so it makes the titles feel like they matter to them, which is important to us. But we are off and running. Vega getting belly bumped by Piper. That's how I get my kid brother away from me. Big old belly bump. Jeff Jarrett needs to finish his story. Yeah, what up? They didn't even start the story. The man's got his story pulled. Vega for the win. What is the chat saying? 50% Vega, 43% Piper. So pretty much a tie again, except nobody all the way down at 3%. Vega for the win. We never doubt you, KJ. I think we all know by now how passionate you are and how knowledgeable you are about wrestling. I try. I mean, I did lose a trivia game last night, which hurt my feelings. But no, I appreciate the kind words. And again, I mean, I think what everyone should stand by in this world, and always one of my philosophies of life is I don't know anything. Like, I'm always learning. I'm always listening. I listen to the people that I don't necessarily love their opinion, but I want to know what they're saying. I listen to the people I do like their opinion because I want to know what they're saying. And I want to put all that information in together to try and have some type of informed opinion. Too many people, and again, it's not just with wrestling, but like you meet people that are just like this is the only good. Like, there can't be a variety, right? Like, I always joke that I have a brother who's like, death metal is the only music that's ever been made. It is the shit. And it's funny because I'm like, bro, I like some of your music, but I also like all these other musics too. So it's the same thing with wrestling. Like, I like this wrestling, but I also like all these other stuff. Like, why do I got to quit on something? Why do I got to pick? Why can't I be, enjoy the varieties of life? Why no Geekbox on the stream today? Geekbox has things to do. That's why. Never heard of her. Yeah, right? Solo versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania 40. Book it. Yeah, it's coming, Safit. Yeah, it definitely feels that way. Which will be on at 11 p.m. EST. Bloodsport TNA Unbreakable will be on at 10 p.m. EST that same night as well. According to Triller TV app. KJ, yeah, we got lots of coverage. We got lots of late nights. We got a lot of things going on. Not to mention, we are here Saturday the 19th at 12 p.m. to start our coverage, leading into Stand and Deliver. We stay live. We play some games. We do some fun stuff. We hang out with you all day long. And then WrestleMania Night 1. Then we're back at it early afternoon on the 20th. Same thing. We hang out, we have some fun, we play some games, then we get into WrestleMania Night 2. So it's going to be a crazy, crazy weekend. But that Friday's busy, that Thursday's busy. If we can pick up some other stuff, we might do it. But yeah, we are in the season. May 2025 is going to be insanely busy on this channel as well. Memorial Day weekend, shows all weekend long. So yeah, lots to look forward to. As right now, I do believe they did a marker. But Piper, complete control of Vega. You're probably spending the same amount of time on subs as cable was in the end, right? I mean, again, you kind of breaking even, right? You're paying. See, Canada is a little tricky because we have a monopoly here on cable, internet, and stuff. So it's a bit of an issue. We pay an exorbitant amount of money for our phones and our internet compared to internationally because it's a long story, but it sucks. But nonetheless, yes. Like, I mean, when you start adding them up, yeah, for sure. Solo versus Jacob, definitely possible. One question: what happened to Nia Jax? She injured or what? 3 weeks she's been on. I do think this is part of something that we've seen with Triple H is that, somebody will go on an extensive run, be very consistent, and then if they lose a title or they're being moved out of that title picture, they go quiet for a little bit. They get to go home, they get to chill out, they get to heal up. I don't know if she's officially injured. I just think she's worked through. Like, where would you put Nia right now? You aren't going to send her after Chelsea Green at the moment, I don't think. She can't go after Tiffany. That's spoken for. She can't go after Rhea or Io. That's spoken for. So ultimately, you're in this position of just take a break. And that's what I think is best. I think that's something that I really do wish we got on Wednesdays. John Moxley, Orange Cassidy. And now I know those two examples have had some time. Chris Jericho's a good example. is when they don't have anything really important going on, cycle them in and out. It allows you to highlight other people, give the other guys a rest, and then cycle them back in. Look what the Bucks are doing. I mean, some people are going to be jazzed when they come back. Not me. Let's go, MDB. All I can go by is this last year, and in my opinion, Liv has been consistently at the top of the card, and her matches are entertaining. Her matches are entertaining. Her promos are entertaining. She is a great annoying heel, and I think anybody out there recognizes like the drunk girl at the bar that gets loud and mouthy and then causes her boyfriend to get beat up. Everybody knows that girl, and that's Liv Morgan. But then there are people out there who will hate you just because you don't like the things that they like. Well, they can get the F over it. Hey, listen, anytime, 9 times out of 10, when I get met with aggression or get met with name calling, it's funny to me at this point in my life. There's nothing that you're really going to call me that I haven't heard before that's really going to bother me. But at the end of the day, I think that, you know, a lot of times I just, cheers, thank you. But again, it's to me, I instantly win an argument when that's the response. If I give you my point of view and your point of view comes back with, I'm just stupid, well, then you just lost that argument. And that's what Dave Meltzer's trying to do. And that's why I get so mad at Dave Meltzer. It's not about tribalism and competitive nature and wanting one to do better than the other. It's fun. It's exciting. I love watching the debates. But then you have a divisive guy like a Dave Meltzer who can't help himself. And again, to pass off anybody that comes at you with an opinion, and it's whether it's a fan, whether it's somebody in the business, whether it's somebody that used to be in the business, you got to ask yourself, like, why do all these people seem to have a beef with Meltzer? Well, because they know, they get it, and he doesn't. But you don't want to believe that. In that world, everyone's wrong. I put in a tweet about it. Like, that's what the scrolling's like, is like you're scrolling and you're seeing all these opinions of all these experts. Wrong. And then one guy says what makes you feel good. And you're like, that's the right guy. We do it in wrestling. We do it in music. We do it in politics. It blows my mind. Take in as much information as you can. Right now, Piper in control of Vega. Variety's spice of life. That's the way it is, man. I like all the flavors. Let's go. I don't want to, I don't want to die knowing I only had one flavor or something. I want all the flavors. Is there not if we're selling to ourselves, but there is a tariff on electricity. So y'all better play nicely or we turn off your power. I pay for Netflix. I have Paramount Plus. Also have it. Max, yes. Included with the Paramount. Yes, it is. Walmart Plus. DoorDash. Skip the dishes. Shout out. Hashtag not sponsored. Friend pays for Peacock. Pause. And I sub to Ring of Honor, New Japan, and Triller at certain times of the year. Yeah, no, we have them all. I have apps that I don't even use, but I pay for it because it's nuts. I feel like KJ, I'm pushing 50, and I'm like, tell me something I haven't heard already. I mean, again, it's just it's actually at the point where I'm hoping for that, because once I know you get mad and you're just flustered, so flustered that all you can say is like, fuck you. I'm like, yes, let's go. It's the best part of a fight. Usually watch TNA via Pluto. TNA is excellent, and I mean, I don't think TNA is getting enough love, especially because a lot of people have turned their back on TNA a little bit because of the relationship with WWE. So there were some pocket niche fans out there that kind of like TNA, but then now they're in bed with the big bad Fed, so people don't want to cheer for it. But TNA is doing really good shows. And I mean, we've argued a couple times that TNA might have had the best show of the week. So I think they need some love, but Pluto's a good place to catch it. Here we got to buy this is where the cable companies come in. To watch TNA in Canada, you got to buy, you have to have a cable package, and you have to buy 5 channels to get the one channel that you want that has TNA. It's a bit annoying, but and TNA Plus doesn't work in Canada. Bullshit. They owe me a refund. I'm only regret not watching TNA early because I started watching in 2010. Yeah, I mean, again, going back, I remember being a huge fan during the Spike TV days, and then the craziness of like, oh my God, Hulk Hogan and Sting and Nash and they get all the band back together. 2 count by Vega. They're letting this match go. It's called confirmation bias. That's exactly what it's called, Jose. Crowd is singing a little bit. I'm not sure what they're singing though. I'd rather have TNA on TV instead of trash AEW. Again, I mean, like, see, this is, and I agree with you, AD, but I think the discourse and the arguing and the venom that comes out from certain people, it kind of forces people to say trash AEW, garbage AEW. Now they are making some really garbage decisions, but I hate the idea that, you know, more and more fans are like, that's just brutal. Like I said, I got a brother who was a diehard AEW fan, hasn't watched it in a year, gave up on it altogether. He couldn't do it. Right. And in the first couple of years, if I even mentioned AEW, was like, oh, I don't like no. It was a fight. It was a fight. He was not happy, but even he gave up on it. That's what happens. And it kind of bums me out. The idea like this trash AEW, it's sad. Here she goes. Oh, caught. Reversal DDT. Ooh, Chavo on TNA last night. Two. Chelsea on the apron. Well, I kind of want to go to WrestleMania again next year because I enjoyed New Orleans in 2014 and 2018. But the problem choosing which night. Did we get a lights out? No, we got a Netflix blink. We got a 619. Alba interfering, eats a kick. Vega's going to lose. Oh my God. Holy shit. Somebody get the license plate of the truck that just took out Vega. Whoo! It's over. Maybe the crowd, all an opera singer, a lot of them seem to be. Yeah, so sometimes we get like a Netflix Twitch, which to a wrestling fan isn't nice because we have lights out PTSD. Aces and eights. Let's go. Classic. So does Pluto do live TNA shows? I don't believe Pluto does them live. The only 2 places I can get them is Sportsnet in Canada, and then actually it's not even I can't even get it through Access anymore. Raw was okay this week. Cena's segment overshadowed everything on the show for sure. And I mean, I know that there's been some debate about Cena. And up next, we are going back to Cena, Cody. But I thought the Cena promo killed it. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was on point. I thought it was one of the best promos of his career. I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm curious how Cody's going to respond outside of the interaction we already had. Cena and Cody will be in the building on Monday, so we'll see if there's an escalation in their intensity and their rivalry. But ultimately, I think that Raw was fairly average. Like once we got outside of that, I think there was a lot of things that happened, but not a whole lot of, oh my God, that was pretty cool. If I'm missing something that I can't remember, by all means, folks, let me know. But again, some weeks Raw is a 6, some weeks it's a 9. Same thing with AEW. Same thing with any company, any show we watch. Nick and I were here, like for the people that keep saying, you're an AEW hater. Well, I was here giving Revolution an 8. I would have given it a 9 if John Moxley didn't get booked. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, but Raw was a little average this week for sure. I love AEW up until about 3 years ago. I can't watch it anymore. Sorry. That's rough. Maybe the crowd, but see, this is the thing. Somebody like you will say that, and then people will tell you, well, you're stupid, and why you go watch that's not a real opinion. You're just a Fed suck up. But it's a real fan. Like I know real fans that have given up on the product, but certain people don't want to believe that. That's not true. That's just hate. Like people like hating. Again, you are the common denominator in all of these conversations. As we are on a commercial break, folks, maybe the crowd got that one. I love it. But we are on a commercial break. We just had Piper go over Vega, completely popped her like a pimple. And I will take a second to remind everybody, we are back on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, members only. So if you're not a member, my apologies. But Sunday we go live, no holds barred, Q&A. As I love Nick as the little kid from Brussels, but nonetheless, the crowd will be members only on Sunday. It's going to be a fun one. We love doing the members only streams. Just sit around, have a chit chat, talk about life, talk about love, talk about wrestling, talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's up to you, but members only. So be there. And I will remind everybody next Sunday, not the Sunday coming, the next Sunday, the last Sunday of March, we're going to court. We're bringing back Wrestling Court. It's been a hot minute. We've been waiting for something to kind of cook on trial. Well, I think we got the perfect thing to cook on trial right now as the people versus John Cena. John Cena versus the fans, if you will. Is John Cena justified in everything he said, everything he feels, or is John Cena just an overpriced, overpaid, part-time Hollywood wannabe? You be the judge. You get to join in. You get to be a part of the jury. It's going to be a fun debate, a fun time. We love doing Wrestling Court. We want to do more of them. So make sure you show up and support. I enjoy GCW very much. I'm a big fan of GCW. I think GCW, especially through the pandemic, did phenomenal things. They came in strong. They did extremely well. Big shout out to Brett. Hashtag not sponsored again. But they've done great things. The only mistake I think GCW might have done is I think they might have oversaturated their own product a little bit. As right now, we are getting the dates for the August tour going to Dublin, Liverpool, Newcastle, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Lyon, France getting a SmackDown, Paris getting Clash. And again, the fans that think that this was booked as they're just fucking with the other company, you're wrong. If you look, they already had Clash booked. They know when Clash was going to be. Then they built their tour around Clash. It has nothing to do with you. Don't be so vain. If you've heard the song, you know the words, but you think this is all about you, and you're just the small guy. You're just ants to an elephant. Nick is guilty. Guilty! We will find out. It's going to be fun. Fun debate. I think Anthony's going to be the judge on this one, so it will be Nick and I throwing down. We'll figure out what team each of us are on, but it should be a funny time. It should be a fun time. Make sure you're there. Join us for Wrestling Court. That is 1 week from Sunday, and of course, all your favorite wrestling all next week, Monday, live at 3:45 p.m. A little bit later from Glasgow, Scotland. NXT stacked. Dynamite's going to follow up this week. We'll see what weapons they bring to next Dynamite, and then we roll through. TNA we're going to cover this week. We really want love on the TNA streams to see if we can continue to do TNA consistently. And then again, SmackDown, back to more action, more pay-per-views, more fun stuff. Lots going on here in the wrestling world. Wait. Cena and Cody Rhodes need to be on Raw again. This is for the SmackDown Championship, not the Raw Championship. Kevin. Well, I mean, we got Roman. Roman is on SmackDown tonight. Seth and Punk are on Raw, but they are on SmackDown tonight. I don't think they give a fuck about the draft or who's on what side anymore. I think we're going to get to Mania, and then all bets are off until we get to the draft. So, yeah, small detail that I don't care about. And it's not necessarily called the SmackDown title anymore. So I think that's a little bit of their loophole. All the light bulbs wrestling bull garbage. All the light bulb wrestling bull garbage. There you go. See? Not everybody's cup of tea. I'm loving these daytime streams, KJ. Thank you. Totally breaks up the monotony of the day. AD, I'm happy to be able to do this. I'm happy to be in a position that I can pull myself away and jump on and talk to y'all. Not always the case, but it's been fun. I like them. I know I'm getting old because I'm like, dude, I'm done at 6:30. I get Friday night off. I get to chill. It's going to be a good one. I like them. I do. I like brunch with the boys. I like when we do like the Saturday 11 a.m. or Saturday noon. Those shows are cooking. I like it. Sometimes being here till 1, 2 in the morning, that's I'm a bit of a night owl, but even that kind of wears me out. Who cares about the brand split? Just give us the stars. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's scrambled eggs until we do a brand split. Like until we Lock it down. I love the hardcore wrestling. I grew up on the likes of Terry Funk, genius. Raven, awesome. Dreamer, ECW. I don't have the problems with this stuff, but it's when you're trying to stab people in the face with knives, it's dumb. Yeah, and again, I know somebody like Dave LaGreca was like, suck it up. Like, I love the hard stuff. And I know Dave LaGreca is taking a lot of heat from AEW fans, especially because they appeared on WWE. So I think he's overcorrecting the other way. But at the end of the day, I mean, I have no issue. We've watched brutal matches on this channel. We watched death tournaments. We watched Yamashita and Cologne burn it down on multiple occasions. We have no issue with blood, guts, and gore, but that's what we're signing up for that day. That's what we clicked on that day. And not to say that AEW can't go hardcore, but if you're going to push the envelope that far, do it on your pay-per-views. Do it elsewhere. I heard another person, a former pro wrestler, say, like, if you were a parent and you're clicking through the channels, or you walk in the room and your kid's watching this guy run around like a cartoon character with a board sticking out of his back, that might be the last time that kid ever sees your product. And it's not wrong. And it's easy for people out there to go, I don't care, it's for adults. Yeah, was it really? I mean, again, it wasn't in my time. And again, that was part of the taboo of it, of like, oh, we're watching something we're not supposed to watch. But again, all the over-the-top crazy stuff, like an ECW, I mean, you knew what you were tuning in for. When I tune into GCW, it's going to be a hardcore night. We're going to get it. We're going to go. I think the problem is they're doing that, but still trying to pretend like we're competition for the Fed, but we go so far the other way. You're not the same thing, and that's okay. But if that's your choice, it will affect your fan base. It will affect your numbers. As I got Jade on my screen. Jade rocking a new hairdo. Have you been getting caught up on Evolve? Bits and pieces. I mean, there's only many minutes in the day, Damien. I have caught clips. I did watch one full episode. I like what they're doing with Evolve. I'm a little surprised that they're tying in as much kind of like story angle-ish stuff that they are. But I've been a big advocate of Wendy Chu. And if you've watched Evolve, let me know. Wendy can go. I've been saying it. I know my partner in crime doesn't love the Wendy Flippy Do or Sleepy Do, not Flippy Do, the Sleepy Do. I know my partner doesn't love the sleepy stuff. But at the end of the day, Wendy can really wrestle. I hope they get away from the narcolepsy stuff and they just let her kind of loose on the matches. It's level up. I know some people don't like try to spin it like a derogatory thing of, oh, well, it's just level up. Yeah, it's level up. It literally took something that they've had. And I know other people, oh, they can't believe. If you are an AEW fan and you're mad that Evolve is on Wednesdays, then y'all are not in the game that you think you are. You can't be mad. And you can't be mad that NXT is going up against one of your pay-per-views. If your product is as hot, as exciting, as amazing, as so much better, is so much better than the other competition out there, it doesn't matter what you're up against. I don't care who else streams. I know we do it better. That's the way it is. I'm not going to avoid it. I just take it as it is. Oh, they're only covering this because we're covering it. No, we can all cover it. We just are more entertaining when we do it. Sorry. It would be cool if Jey Uso won the title off Gunther, but honestly, I think the winner of the three-way grudge should be dethrone Gunther. I'm sorry. And if we want to talk about this real quick, guys, we are on a commercial break. Addie, good to see you. Welcome back. I hope you are doing well. Hello to anybody else out there. If you haven't said hello yet, you're just quiet and shy and watching in the background. Hope your Friday is treating you well. At least in my neck of the woods, it's getting close to that 5 o'clock on a Friday. So if you are stuck at work till 5, 4:30, 6, hopefully your day is wrapping up nicely. But here we go with this one. Jey Uso is going to win the world title at Mania. I know there's a small pocket of toxic fans That's not the way to put it. There's a small pocket of fans that don't want to accept Jey Uso. But here's the ultimate argument for that. I don't care what anybody says about Jey Uso, because if you turn the clock back, when Jey Uso was going after Roman, people were begging for Jey Uso to get that belt. Then we come back around, and what? Everything this guy's accomplished in his career, everything he does, the fact that he is this over. Jey Uso is a perfect example of the higher you climb on the ladder, the more heat you get, the more haters you bring along with you. And that's all it is. And sometimes I think because the internet community feels so tight-knit, which it isn't, but it feels that way. Oh my God, everybody hates Jey Uso. No, a small percentage hate Jey Uso. Jey Uso has every building lit like a Christmas tree. Jey Uso is exactly what Swerve Strickland should be doing. You should have Swerve opening shows. You should have Swerve closing shows. You should have Swerve in the crowd, having everyone swerving when they drive and getting behind Swerve without the question marks, without the, is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? We really don't know. He's evil now and he breaks into people's houses. As I'm getting a teaser. Oh, I got a flash. Another flash. We got the smoke. We got a 4. And we got a couple blue flashes. So 3 blue flashes. So if anybody wants to replay that, slow it down and let me know what I can't see, I would love for that to happen. But here comes Liv Morgan. Bum, 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 bum. What do we got going on? Liv Morgan set for action, folks. Get in the chat. Let me know who you're taking. Who do you like in this match? As rolling. This one's going to be interesting because Liv and Jade is an interesting matchup on paper. I mean, I can't see Jade's not taking an L, but I can't see Liv taking an L. And right now, Liv and Raquel are tag champs. Jade doesn't have a tag partner. But Jey Uso is going to win the world title. And the reason he's going to win the world title is he's going to go out to the crowd with that belt, and everybody in the audience that's live at WrestleMania is going to lose their effing mind. They're going to go nuts. They're going to be excited. They're going to be cheering. It's going to be a celebration. And it doesn't matter. I think back to Kofi Mania, and as much as you watch Kofi Mania and we all look at it and go, oh, what a great time. But there were people out there that said, Kofi doesn't deserve it. Why are they pushing Kofi? We don't like Kofi. There's always going to be haters. I think sometimes we get caught up in, oh my God, but try to be smart about this and try and think big picture. Jey Uso has earned everything he's getting. He's not a bad wrestler. He's great in the ring. I think he's a good promo. I think he's an underrated promo. Should we erase everything because he had a botch on Monday? Nah, botches happen. It was hilarious, to be honest. I thought he played it really well. But at the end of the day, he's going to win this title. And I think rumor is we're going to get Gunther Goldberg non-title. That's part of it. But I don't love that idea at all. But ladies and gentlemen, there's a storm in effect. Fans in the chat are once again bitching and complaining about Cena and Cody Rhodes being on Raw. I didn't see a whole lot of bitching. Are you talking about this chat or chat in the world? But regardless, you can't complain. It's the way the schedule works out. If John's over in that side of the world making a movie and he can make the Mondays but can't make the Fridays, what do you want to do? I mean, tonight on SmackDown, we're getting Seth, CM Punk, and Roman. Monday, we're getting Cody. And I mean, it's just like these nitpicky programming stuff that I just want to get to Mania. I want to build to Mania. If we got to use a few Raws or put people on the show that they're not supposed to be on, this has been happening for a long time. It happened last year during Mania season. It is just one of those things where the brand split goes out the window when you got important shit to get to. But Jade on the apron, ready to go. When I found out Dreamer was going to ruin the wrestling business, I lost all respect for him. Easy Bake, expand on that thought. Adi, I'm doing well. Thank you for being over on Twitch. Like to see it. So we are up to 51 people on Twitch. It's pretty cool. So I do appreciate that. Again, happy to hit another achievement as we continue to hit achievements here on this channel. Let's see how the stream is actually doing while we're sitting here. 118 likes. If you haven't hit like yet, make sure you do so. But over 100 on a Friday afternoon is marvelous. And again, we are four people away from our next milestone on YouTube. We are 4 away from 6.6K. So if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, make sure you do so. Got that one. AW trying to lead. AW trying to be the new Jack of Wrestling, but they're not. And I think ECW really did a good job of being cool, right? So even if you said, "Oh, I hate that," well, then you didn't get it because ECW was the cool thing. AEW doesn't feel like it doesn't feel cool. It doesn't feel like good, like cool guys are doing cool things. It feels like not cool guys doing silly shit. Is that fair? Is that like, I mean, again, Chad, I turn to you guys. Is that a fair kind of thing? Like, oh, what's the difference? But it felt like cool guys, like a Raven or a Dreamer or Just Incredible, Sabu. It felt like cool guys doing cool shit. This feels like not so cool guys doing silly shit. Official Randy Orton universe is Kevin Owens. There you go. Randy Orton, RKO versus KO at Mania. I'm in. This is going to be a fun match, good match. Really solid mid-card match for one of the 2 nights. I'm all for it. Jade with the drowned rat hair. Hey. She looking good. We're off and running. Fall away slam, 38%. Jade, 24. Liv and nobody tied with Jade. So there's a pretty split heat on this one, but a lot of people expecting this one to be a kerfuffle. Lord, let's go. Let's go. Spanish Rachel, not happy. Bum, 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 bum. She makes it look good, though. What did Money say? Money, 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 money. Yeah, no, again, give ladies some break. I mean, if nothing else, we're equal opportunists on this channel, and we make fun of the guys as much as we make fun of the girls. We definitely do that. Stranglemania. Easy now. Big power bomb. Sexy Rhea pin for 2. Randy Orton got it. I got you. I got your back. I knew where you're going with it. Yes, this is nice. I can spend more time with my hot model bestie tonight. That's it, right? I feel you, bro. I feel you. Let's go. That's what it's about. That's the correct mentality to have. It's always me versus me. That's it. That's all we can do. We always want to be better. And I think, again, tying this back into the wrestling world with this comment, I love this comment, but I think that's what needs to happen for the little guy. Like I think it's what TNA has done better than AEW. TNA does TNA. Period. We are TNA. Yeah, they're in a deal with WWE, but they are true to who they are, and they have been. For all the times that we thought they were going out of business, they just kept, we are TNA. We are TNA. We are Impact. We are TNA. Like, they figured it out. AEW needs to be that. Work on you. Worry about you. If you're a diehard AEW fan, worry about what's happening in that world. You're never going to win a comparable battle. The comparable battles are hard. And whether you want to compare, John Moxley drove 11 hours. Well, yeah, this company has all their people in the city the day before an event. We're going to play this apple and oranges game too often. Do you, boo-boo, and figure your shit out. You'll get there. Blue meanie. The blue meanie. Trouble. Yeah, they have a Mona Liva. I saw a picture of it online, Jose, and I think it's in the crowd. But yeah, the Mona Liva. Jade for the win. I love Jade. Love the Usos together, but even more But I think there's money in Roman or Punk taking the strap off Gunther at Backlash. Yeah, and you're not wrong. I mean, Dave, I agree with you in the sense of like a Roman Gunther showdown on a pay-per-view sounds huge. But again, you run into that problem of the WWE has a bit of the oh shit, here we go again problem. And we talk about it a lot of you kind of got to, like, I mean, we all demanded, like, we want something new. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey show up and win the Rumble again. I don't want The Rock to win the Rumble or Cena. We've been there, done that. We don't need to do it. Roman didn't need to do it. I would have been disappointed if Roman Reigns won the Rumble. But to have it, you know, to kind of work something out, yeah, Gunther versus a lot of these names. There's money in it. And will we get to it one day? For sure, maybe. But I think it's Jay's time now. And anytime, I think what Triple H is doing better than any other booker in wrestling is he's listening. He's very much listening to the reactions of the crowd. If Jay is getting, you know, cheered at the top of his lungs, then they're going to cheer and they're going to book him. Another black vignette. Yeah, I got to track down what the little clips were. Oh, what's up there? Oh, cursing. Sucks money. I've been over here since 95, and all I want is a proper effing season. But that's, I get a couple of weeks, nice weather, gray skies, and rain. Dude, it's hard to live in that kind of climate consistently. Yeah, no, I feel you. I've lived on a coast, I've lived on an island, and when it's foggy, rainy, and gloomy for like 9.5 months a year, it becomes a very long year. Another black vignette, yes. Blue Meanie versus JBL is still one of the best stories ever. And I mean, you look at Blue Meanie and you're like, there's no way you're throwing down with big JBL. But the Meanie did. I mean, he hung in there. He tried his best, got knocked around, but went back for more. So, yeah, man. But Bear, hope you're doing well, feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling happy. David, Just Incredible, cool. Just Incredible sucked. Just Incredible didn't suck. He had his moments. He was good in ECW. I mean, just the name was good. Picking on Justin for it. Good, just got done work. Christopher, happy to hear that. Who is better, Jade or Speedball with the mullet? Well, I mean, are we going to be real about it, C-Money? I think the mullet is attached to something much nicer on Jade than it is to Speedball. But you know what makes it all bearable? Facts, my guy. Facts, especially when you're barred in for days, hot box and everything. Fuck it. Jade Dirt. I got it. Almost got it. That is funny. As Liv, Jade going back and forth. Nice suplex by Jade. Anybody notice any obvious botches? I haven't been paying attention. I'm talking to y'all. Still here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep clicking, keep talking. But yeah, Jade Dirt, that's hilarious. Jade is in control right now. Big back elbow. And another. Everything on Jade looks better. Even you, bro. Do you know what the V means? I don't know any of what this means. I'm trying to figure it out with you. Again, the vignette, I saw the smoke. I saw another 4, and I saw like 3 blue flashes. I don't know what it means, Damien. You let me know. New Carnegie Mellon study on weed is worth a read. Okay. I mean, you know. Credible was good, man. ECW run. Yeah, thank you. Standing up for Credible. Let's give some Credible love. ECW run. I mean, he was my brother's favorite, just incredible. But his best, don't forget, he was in WWF as Nova. Yeah, I mean, his WWF run was a little meh, right? And I think some people remember that. Jade, flip it up. Would you give Jay the moment, and then a short reign, maybe? Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Dave. I don't know that Jay's going to have the belt for a year. I don't see that happening. But him winning and then maybe dropping the belt at SummerSlam, or, I mean, Backlash might be too soon, but I think that Jay could definitely walkout. I got Jay. I'm picking Jay to win at Mania just for the moment. Naomi's here. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you for bearing with me, folks. X Factor. So now Naomi's here. Raquel's causing distraction. Jade might take an L. Oh, Naomi using the title. Down goes Liv. Now she's trying to get up. Come on. Both women down. Naomi getting heat. Had a bone in as well. Pause. What? Bass in WWF was a wash, though. Yeah. Liv gets the win. People are going to lose their mind. Naomi caused Jade. Oh, shit. Naomi wearing caution tape, by the way. A shout out to the accident and the injury to Jade, rocking the caution and just throwing bombs on this lady. Yeah, right? Remember when the fans would chant Justin? Yeah. Yeah. He was a dick. Naomi. Oh, stomping on the chest of Jade. Now you know why my screen went blank, C-Money. Good times here at the KJ White household. Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going. As Jade is being annihilated. Not clicking on that one. Live with the W. There you go. The Black V had a bone in it. Oh, okay. I just thought you were trying to tell me what you were up to on a Friday. Listen, if I can track down a clip, which I will try to do while I'm here. But we go back to the replay from earlier tonight. And yeah, Naomi takes out Jade. Holy shit, didn't see that coming. It's good stuff. I know some people are going to try and spin it to, oh, I can't believe Jade took a pin. She lost to a former world champion, and she was outnumbered 3-1. She should lose. It makes her human. It makes her now the underdog in a situation. And she rightfully has a reason to get even more revenge on Naomi. Naomi is laying beatings on Jade. Put her through a car. Beat her up tonight. Cost her a win. I want to see Jade get her hands on Naomi. How do you guys feel? That's how we feel. There you go. So now we got Drew in the back. Sorry, got to take care of those pasties. Naomi got the natural wig, no glow in the hair at all. Let's go. The V could be 5 years since we saw Slot. Yeah, but somebody said it was 4 years. So now we're getting contradicting reports. I love, look, the first thing I opened, Ray Phoenix. What? Yeah, they gave us a fucking Phoenix. Oh, people hurt my head. I'll be in the land of the only British world champion. So he is so Drew's going to be in Glasgow. And here's Seth, his old buddy. Seth looking all bug-eyed. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, MDB. You got to put some respect on the other people. You got to put some respect on Naomi. You got to put some respect on Liv. Again. But they're still teasing. As we got lots of time to go coming up to the 5 o'clock hour. So let's go. Lots to figure out on this show. Big segment at the end. Seth is in the building, as we just saw him with Drew McIntyre. As I'm just looking for this clip, but yeah, we're getting a replay. They're showing, yeah, the Liv Elisa. Who do you think is ready for Stand and Deliver or WrestleMania 40? Alan, a bit of a vague question, but yeah, I think we're all ready. People in the chat, I'm sure, are ready. I'm sure the wrestlers are getting ready. We're all pretty fucking ready at this point. So I'm getting a commercial for LFU right now, or LFG. Sorry, I was typing WFU. But and there was a door as well on the black V. Okay. Anybody got any theories? No, we got that one. Feel that glow. Got that one. Try not to. I love this side of Naomi. Holy shit. I mean, again, Anthony's going to be out there popping when he sees it. Again, awesome. Was great in ECW, and then he went in the gimmick. It was awful. Yeah, absolutely, Bear. I mean, which was a lot of the case in the 90s of even a lot of the wrestlers that came in from like the WCW or, you know, especially early 90s and such, where you brought guys in, they got terrible gimmicks, terrible names, did terrible. It was a really rough one. Mike Awesome has the best mullet. I like it. But we are on commercial break, heading into the top of the hour, folks. Again, it will be my opportunity to remind you, the Wing Show, our Wing of the Ring, went live last night. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Give it some love. We appreciate it. And again, it was a lot of fun. Definitely burned my face. I know Nick was struggling, and Anthony walks away with the crown. So go check that out. Good times. Sunday, we are back, members only, unfiltered, unbiased, unscheduled, unsanctioned, uncensored, no holds barred chat with the hosts of this channel. We will all sit down. We'll answer your questions when you want to talk about wrestling. You want to talk about life. You want to talk about whatever. You want to talk about food, cars, sports. We're here for it. So let us know. And that's going to be a fun one. Next Sunday, we are here for Wrestling Court. Looking forward to bringing back Wrestling Court as John Cena versus the fans. It is going to be a good one. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. A lot to unpack. Was John Cena justified in turning on the people? We will find out. You guys get to be the jury. Be a part of that. The Fat Chick Thriller. Amazing. One of my favorite ECW matches was Funky versus Sabu. Classic. In the infamous barbed wire match where Sabu tore the shit out of his arm. The crazy shit. Duct tape, get me duct tape. Right? Still one of the craziest matches, moments in all of wrestling, let alone ECW for sure. But at some point, we will be getting Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. So it looks like we're about 10 seconds away from returning from a break. Wasn't that at Born to Wired Bear? Born to Wired. I'm not sure that was the accurate name. 70s gimmick was dreadful. It made me laugh, though. It made me laugh. Yeah. Born to be wired. You think you are tough until you do that Hot Wings challenge. If you know, you know. Right. Do you black return in America or in Europe or somewhere else? Again, I don't know if it matters. I mean, at this point in the, I'm not sure what is left as far as this tour goes. I mean, they're not really going to Holland. It looks like it's, we only got the teasers on SmackDown, so it looks SmackDown specific. Where's next Friday? Next Friday is, where are they? Where are they? Off the top of my head. Where are they next Friday? Anybody know? Oh, let's see. That's the August dates. I'll come back to it. ECW did have a really good roster. Ripwreck, Masato, RVDs, Austin's, Pillman. I mean, again, the names go on. The Foley stopped in there. Even the introduction of somebody like Ray, Eddie, another gentleman that we tend not to name around here, but a lot of the guys came up through ECW. Malenko went there. We saw guys like La Parka. I mean, then you sprinkle in the Ravens, the Dreamers, the Sandmans. I mean, again, it's part of wrestling folklore for a reason. Look, not feeling it. As right now we are getting a progressive replay of the Street Profits becoming tag champs again last week. Born to be wired. There you go. I called it. Speaking of Mike Awesome, how about Joey Styles predicting his future on commentary at One Night Stand? Hilarious. Joey Styles. As we are getting the tag champs introduced. Chance directed at Francine ECW. Yeah, I'm not going to. Is this a new entrance? Bringing the swag by CFOs. So the Street Profits, correct me if I'm wrong, this is all new. Yeah, O2, thank you. So, I mean, Black coming out in a venue like O2 is cool. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to keep teasing. I think he shows up at Mania for a Mania moment. But yeah, the Street Profits coming out to bring the swag by the CFOs. Chris Candido, absolutely. Total elimination. One of the greatest cruiserweight feuds was in ECW as Triangular of Super Crazy, Tajiri, and Little Guido Marito was always great. Yeah, Little Guido, Tajiri, we know what he's gone on to do. Super Crazy. I mean, it says it right in his name. Chris Candido was good. Yeah, I mean, again, Shane got a lot. I mean, Candido, I think, was underrated. A lot of us know what he did in WWE when he got there. But there was another side to Candido we never really got. Cat fight, classic. We still do it to this day on this channel. Can't help it. Definitely new theme. There you go. So new vibe, new theme. Street Profits, new attitude, new gold, folks. How do you feel about the Street Profits as champions? Let me know. Interesting. Get fight. Let's go. W Profits. This is what I think I've been wanting for the Profits, and I feel like WWE took a while to get there. But I wanted this from the Profits. Now you have, MCMG out there, a really strong babyface team that you had the belts, then they didn't have the belts, but the tag team division's actually building up, and we're actually getting a "You Deserve It" chant. We need better tag teams. Getting there, Bear. Getting there slowly but surely. I've been very critical of the WWE's usage of tag teams. I've been actually critical of almost all wrestling in their use of tag teams. I think we're watching Triple H try to get better. Turning the War Raiders back to something believable and fun, and Champions, great. But Raw is like, I mean, what is the tag team division in Raw right now? Not much. SmackDown's got a better tag team division right now, and I think we're setting up for a multi-team match at Mania. I think Pretty Deadly is underrated because they have that wonky gimmick, which works for them. Street Profits are killing it. I think that at DIY, MCMG still in the mix. I think there's a lot of potential. Remember, the Lucha Bros are possibly becoming a part of this roster at some point. We want all that smoke. The white sock. Let's go. Big, you deserve a chance. So they're trying to cut a heel promo, and the fans are just giving them love. Psychosis. Let's go. There's a throwback. What WWE needs, honestly, is one singular division. For the tag belts, Dave, let me know. Instead, if they did the men's tag the way they did the women's tag, I think it would actually work better. I kind of agree with that. If that's what you're implying, I think the women's titles being floating and showing up on both shows and picking, I think it's allowed opportunities for teams to kind of feel bigger, feel better. And I think the same thing happens if you did it with the men's. If there was one men's belt and they, even going into like an NXT and putting some of those teams over, it works. But here comes Santos. Legado del Fantasma is here, folks. I've definitely noticed a step up in the tag team division lately with WWE. I love it. I'm a big fan of tag teams. My favorite of all time was the British Bulldogs and the Steiner brothers. I agree. I grew up a big fan of tag team wrestling. I like tandem offense. I like watching the kind of the ebb and flow of it. It's a little bit easier to kind of tell some of the stories, like the bad guys distract the ref and work the guy over and how they come out of that. Big fan of a good hot tag. Grew up on teams like, LOD and tag team wrestling was hot at one point where you had, Edge, Christian, the Dudleys, the Hardys, team after team after team, where tag team wrestling mattered. It was an important part of the card. So exactly, my guy, you get me. So Legado del Fantasma want the belt, but we got company. Yeah, I'm kind of not disagreeing with that. The late Public Enemy, again, the Nasty Boys, an underrated tag team back in the day. I think they need to merge tag belts on one set. Yeah, I think, I'm with that. I think Dave with that. But, I think it would help strengthen that division. Because right now, we have the Vikings over on Raw, but you're not really excited about them being champs. With the Alpha Academy? Is that like the American Made? Is there anyone else? Not much threatening their titles. So if you had one set of champions and they were circling through, it works a lot better. Steve Corino could have carried ECW in 2001. His feud with Dusty in 2000 was amazing. Steve, again, a legend in his own right for a lot of ways. Bit of a checkered situation, but even going on to Ring of Honor, some of the stuff that Steve did there, yeah, man. Late Public Enemy, got you. Do we ever see one tag team championship for all the tag teams? Again, I think that we're in a place where that could be a good thing. I think especially now that you have women's mid-card titles on both shows, you give more time for that women's mid-card, and you allow there a little more flexibility, a little more excitement when it comes to the tag belts. Minnesota Wrecking Crew, great. Demolition, great. Still, yeah, absolutely. I'm old. I remember seeing the Fabulous Kangaroo in person. Gee, Ken. Got me beat, bro, for sure. Midnight Express, slightly before my time. I was really young as they were kind of tapering off. But again, legends, Rock and Roll Express legends. Of course, shout out to Jimmy out there. Gave you a like. Ronnie, I appreciate it, which does make me think. Where are we at? 121 likes on the stream today. Flattered, honored. Friday afternoon. Didn't know if anybody was going to be hanging out with me. We've been consistent all day, so we appreciate the love. Don't forget, you can watch all of our content all the replays, all the stuff's down below. So go check that out. Any of the original content, the old shows, Court, the Wing Show, the interviews, go check those out. Big Bet is out there on the internet, ruffling feathers of the IWC every day. Great interview with him. Vinny Pacifico, we just saw on Dynamite. Great interview with him. Grim Reefer, one of my favorite interviews ever, as I've never had anybody light a spliff mid intro. Plus, we had some technology issues, which wasn't his favorite. Great interview. Cole Radrick, another fun guy out there, plus a bunch of others. Jay Bougie was another great one, doing great things in MLW on the indies as well. So, yeah, I mean, go check out all of our content. But these watch-alongs are good to watch anytime. The Masked Assassins going a little back. Montez looked jagged good, but we have an impromptu match as the Prophet set to take on Legado. Interesting. I will put this one up. LDF. Let me know, people, who you taking. Are we going to get Chase U call up soon? Chase U's MIA, Stoner, so I don't think so. I don't know what we're doing with Andre Chase at the NXT level. I don't know what we would do with Chase at this level. If we brought Chase U up, where would they go? What would they do? I like Andre Chase I think he's a very phenomenal wrestler, but at the end of the day, I just don't know what we do with him. Fabulous Freebirds. I still love like the old the old Superdome shows? But when you would see like the Fabulous Freebirds or Rock and Roll Express, like running out through the crowd, and it just looked like a mob scene. They had like an escort, like the police escort, trying to keep people back. That's the good shit. That is the good shit. Look at this. Sports Emporium. As we are getting another Phoenix teaser. If anybody's wondering, someone tell Sean Ross that. It's official. So Phoenix is going to SmackDown. Very interesting. So we get another Phoenix teaser. If anybody's any curiosity, it's definitely Phoenix. And again, go let Spiteful know. They can now officially report it. Oh, wait, they started doing that today, right? Dumb shit. Phoenix is signed with WWE. They generally don't do teaser packages for people they don't sign. David Von Erich, parade of that's classic. The crowds were insane back in the day. Heels were hated with a passion. Yeah. Back when heels could be heels. Now it's hard being a heel because you get too mean, then people are, I can't believe they said mean stuff. And you're like, wait a minute. WWE should book NXT matches for WrestleMania. It's a major show on the wrestling TV. Why it's featured NXT on WrestleMania? Yeah, Dave, I would disagree with that. This is your big show. That would be like letting the farm team participate in the playoffs of the major leagues. To me, that doesn't make sense. I think what they've done very successfully is they've introduced stand and deliver hits. It is their version of WrestleMania. If you are at the NXT level, stand and deliver is perfect. If there's one or two surprises of NXT being involved with Mania, fine. But ultimately, that is why. They have their own platform, their own show, their own pay-per-view to amplify what they're doing. So I think it's worked. I like it. And ultimately, that you don't want to overdo it. I think that's my problem with like Ring of Honor and AEW bleeding together too much. Why do I see all these Ring of Honor belts on this show? Why is there so many people? Why do I see more champions on Dynamite than I do on Ring of Honor programming? It doesn't make sense. Fightful Select said Ray Phoenix is signed. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Safit. I appreciate that. But yeah, thank you, Fightful. No shit. New Age Outlaws. Again, still one of the kind of the holy shit moments is they basically joined DX and push Mick Foley and good old Terry Chainsaw Charlie off the stage in a garbage can. Classic. We just got the damn tag team titles. Okay. Is that reference to what? Context is king. Show your work. KJ, Riley Osborne is evolved now. That's cool. Right on. And again, a little bit in and out. Riley Osborne, Wendy Chu. I know Gallus is doing stuff on Evolve. And we got some ID programs, people mixed in there, some NIL. So again, I think it's a nice mix to see what people can do. Escobar with the low bridge on the rope. Humberto Tope. And Los Lobos in control. Rock and Sock Connection. Not really the same thing. For sure, Chris. Their matches in WCCW were legendary. You see, little early. Just remember, if it wasn't for Michael Hayes, we wouldn't have the entrance we have now. You're not wrong. Michael Hayes, I mean, again, an interesting character in wrestling lore. I still remember when he was Doc Hendricks and he did all like the WWE shop shit and would do like the shout outs to the shows. But yeah, it makes me laugh. But Michael Hayes, I mean, the man ended up having a crazy career in the ring, a crazy career alongside the Freebirds, and then moving on. And he's been, behind the scenes in wrestling for decades, sometimes for better, sometimes not so much. But yeah, that's all right, man. That's all right. That's it. I like it. Just got me beat slightly, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, definitely got me beat by a little bit. It's cute. But right now, Los Lotharios working on Dawkins. No more unifying titles, I mean. Okay, I see, that's fair. And again, remember, it's a hypothetical. And so not based on the fact of they just won the titles, but it may mean they can hold on to the titles. I get what you're saying, Wrestling God. I just happen to feel if your division is that shallow, do you hope that they build up and fill up that division on both shows? I guess that's ideal, but is it a case of maybe this would be a better way to represent tag team wrestling? Fair debate. Rock and Roll Express, the Moondogs actually met the Moondogs. Wow. All they did was stare at me and gnaw on a bone while I talked to their manager. Hilarious. Shout out, Dennis. I'm curious to know the age demographic of the channel. I'm feeling a lot of old heads here like myself. We got actually a really good mix, but the ball kind of falls into the key demo, 25 to 40, and then a little bit expansive. Actually, I wonder, while I'm sitting here, let's break down some facts. Let's not speculate. As let me see 1 second. As we come back, and Angels working on Dawkins, 67% taking the profits, 21 taking Legado, which I'm surprised about, and 12 taking nobody. I'm actually surprised at how often nobody gets as much votes as it does. But let me see. We are 3 away, by the way, 3 away from 6.6K subscribers. So we do appreciate that. Make sure you get in there and hit subscribe if you haven't done so. Let me see. I'm going to break this down. Let's give you guys some facts. I love this. 56% of our channel is from America. Canadians fall to 3rd. Brutal. 92% of the chat is, or the channel's subscribers are male. So I'd like to see that fluctuate. But yes, the bulk of the channel is 35 to 44 years old, 25 to 34 right behind it. 45 to 54 is still solid at 16%. So, I mean, we got 15 that'd be 40, 50, 60, 70, almost 80% of the channels between the ages of 25 and 55. Nice little crew of 18 to 24. We have 2% of the channel is 65 plus. That makes me happy. Makes my heart happy. If you're over 65, shout out right now. We love you. Bum, bum, bum. So there you go. There you go. Some fun facts with KJ. 46, 50. There you go. 46. Slightly older than me, sir. 52, Christopher. Nice. I'm 48. You got me. There you go. I like it. I like it. 29. I will be 30 July 12th. All right. I know we share a birthday, Damien. I remember this. So I'm not the 12th, but we share a birthday month. So I am a decade and change older than you, sir, come July. Yeah, I mean, again, and I understand what you're saying, because I mean, playing the here's a belt, take it away. Here's a new belt, take it away. I get the problem. I really do understand where you're coming from, Mr. God. Montez breaking up the pin. Wow, I'm 2% at 69. That's amazing, Ken. Big shout out, bro. I love that. 36. All right, got you. I was born February 29th, so I'm only 11. See, money, that's a great way to go about it. Happy belated, buddy. 51, Frankie. I like it. Got me beat by a decade, bro. As the senior statesman on the channel, I got you beat by a decade. June 13th, it clearly turning. I'm 38. I like breaking this down. 38. Liv Morgan has pinned Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and the first woman to pin Jade Cargill in less than a year. Dude, you're right. She's cooking. She's awesome, bro. I'm with you. She is killing it. She had a phenomenal fucking year. Definitely going to get your vote, and maybe my vote for female of the year in the company. She had a phenomenal year. You are accurate. 50. I don't know. 50 seems so close, but so far away. Hey, did you hear? That's the funniest shit. I love it. I can't believe it kills me. WrestleMania got to be all killer, no filler. That's it, man. That's why I was a little hesitant about the 2-night Mania, C-Money, is I think there's times where people get up in arms, but it's like an all-star game. Not everybody on the team gets to go to the all-star game, right? And I think that's how WrestleMania should be treated. I think that's how pay-per-view should be treated. That you don't that's why I get mad at Tony sometimes of, don't give me the 3-4 filler matches. Stick to that 8, 9, 10 match. Solid. Give us quality over quantity. Montez landing on his feet. What a shot. Both guys looking shocked. Los Lobos doesn't know what to do. And the crowd goes wild. They might have a hard time turning fucking the Street Profits heel if they keep this shit up. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. That makes me so happy. Well, yeah, no, definitely appreciate our fans. Again, a global enterprise. So we got fans from all over the world. And we do appreciate everyone tuning in. We're actually really big in India. We're bigger in India than we are in Canada. So shout out to the Brits who are in there. Yeah, y'all keep scaring the ladies away. We got to work on that. Be nice to the ladies. It's actually gone down. Back to the channel. What do we got? How we doing, folks? As we are at 5:30 on a Friday, I can smell food cooking. It's making me hungry, and definitely need a re-up on some vitamins. Down goes Escobar. Dawkins. The crowd's right with everything that these guys are doing. Dawkins takes out everybody. 122 likes on the stream. Nothing but love. We do appreciate it. Great match. I would agree with that. Mr. Worldwide. And it's over. Montez with the dub. And still your WWE Tag Team Champions. And Montez is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Montez, awesome. But I feel like this isn't so much of like a Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty situation with this team. I think, yeah, Montez got Shawn Michael vibe. He definitely the kind of the standout. But I think Dawkins is like a really fucking good talent right there. I don't think he just gets brushed aside if they split up. I think Dawkins can do a lot of good things. As we have a Mercedes pulling up, and not the boring one that can't cut a promo. And we got Paul. Paul given a one moment. So assuming Paul telling Roman, hey, hold your horses. I'm going to go check out the scene. But Paul Heyman is in Bologna. Facts. Now we are getting the commercial for Monday Night Raw, highlighting the John Cena sucks chance. They're building this, man. How do you feel? Like, I mean, I'm watching this package, and it makes me excited for WrestleMania. Makes me excited for John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I mean, one of the fun things on this channel is speculating and thinking. And I did not think that they were going to do John Cena and Cody. Nick did think it. But we kind of thought that Cody would be the bad guy, that Cody would turn. And the shock of all this is now Cena's doing this heel vibe, but it's justified in his head. We've seen it with Kevin Owens. We've seen it with Drew McIntyre. It's don't just be a bad guy by doing bad things. Be a motivated heel. It's a different thing. And I think Moxley's a bad guy or trying to be a bad guy. It's not, I mean, again, I know people might want to be nitpicky, but it's not the same vibe. If you want to be a bona fide heel, you got to behave. You got to conduct yourself in a certain way. Bad guys do bad things. Heels make bad things happen. A bad guy with purpose. That's it. Right? Or else you're just, you're just wasting everyone's time with shitty behavior. Phony baloney. Let's go. Short Circuit 2. Oh my God. Are we going into movies? Speaking of ECW, Paulie. Again, the man has found a way to have one of the most incredible careers in wrestling history. Love him or hate him. I saw a thing today that said on X, on Twitter, that somebody said, I have to say it. And it was Don Callis is greater than Paul. And I almost shit a cat live, as I'm reading this thing. It blows my mind. Literally the goat of goats when it comes to managing. The goats, as far as one of the best wrestling minds we've ever seen. A guy that was down and out multiple times. He's a survivor. He always finds a way to make it work. Not everything he did was pristine, but come on, folks. Some of us have just, 9-to-5 jobs that we fuck up on a regular, never mind doing what he was trying to do. So again, I'm one of Paul's biggest fans. I think Paul's one of the guys, like if I ever got an opportunity to meet somebody within wrestling, Paul Heyman would be very high on my list. That was 100% rage bait. Let's go. 100%. It's fucking hilarious. But they mean it. Like, that's the thing. For me and you, MDB, it's rage bait. Oh, that's just trying to get clicks. But I think the motherfucker tweeting it believes it. Like, he's like, oh, man, Call is so good. So good, man. But right now I'm getting a run back. Oh, so we're setting up the Hall of Fame. And we're going through the Triple H, recovery story. Still to this day, one of the biggest pops I've ever seen. Triple H returning to MSG after blowing his quad. One of the best things I've ever witnessed. The leader of the Dangerous Alliance. Again, I don't think not everyone out there realizes, like, you know, Paul goes back to those days, right? Goes back to the WCW, goes back into the NWA and some of the territories where he was managing guys when he came in, you know, when he's working WCW with the Dangerous Alliance, working with guys like Stone Cold. And again, how that was advantageous in the future, right? Stone Cold gets fired. Well, Paul has a relationship with Austin, picks up a phone. Next thing, Austin's cutting promos on ECW. It's funny how things work. Eddie Guerrero's daughter getting into wrestling to keep the family going. Interesting. All right. Can't be any worse than The Rock's daughter. Haha. Phone got that one. Amy's going to try and sneak him. Touche. Could be a thing. We got lots to figure out here. Triple H is going in. Yes. Triple H going into the Hall of Fame. Michelle McCool going into the Hall of Fame. The Natural Disasters going into the Hall of Fame. I don't know why, but Typhoon is always Tugboat in my head. And I know it's the same person, but whatever reason, Tugboat. Yeah, we've had a few people already be announced for the Hall of Fame. Lex Luger. But we got Pretty Deadly with DIY in the back. And they're actually doing something I've criticized AEW for. They're hanging out in the stairs. I don't get it. We have the whole arena. What are y'all doing in the stairwell? I grew up in an apartment building. Shit only goes wrong in a stairwell. If you're hanging out in the stairwell, it's probably not good things. Luger, thank you. Cool. The fact that they believe is the rage part. Yeah, I think that's what makes me mad. Like, you just want to, like, shake them and be like, why? Why don't you see this? But yeah, no, yeah, that becomes the rage part for sure. Because again, there are people out there that are just putting stuff out there to get a reaction. Some people just want a reaction. I do it. I think we all do it a little bit of, I'll say things or I'll catch on to somebody that's like a diehard in one direction. And those are the fun people to kind of poke at because they lose their mind. They become unraveled. Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm all for it. But it's when they're like that, like, what do you even say to a person that has that kind of conviction? Great job. You're fucking nuts. Where are all these new Harley Cameron videos coming from? Music ones. She's been doing music. Like, people forget that, like, when the Iconics went to TNA, it was Harley Cameron that did their music video. Harley's been doing it, apparently. I don't know if she's put out new ones or what specific ones you're catching, Frankie. But yeah, Harley's been out there. So I think maybe we're just getting some of the back catalog now that she's a little more famous, a little more popular. John Tenta for the Hall of Famer. Good old Canadian. A Canadian. He's not a fish. He's a man. Yeah, right? A Canadian sumo wrestler. An actual Canadian sumo wrestler, John Tenta. He's the only one I know of. All the cool kids hanging. Yeah, right? Right? You know? That's the old school, kicking it back, going to the stairwell to sneak whatever you're not supposed to be doing. So LA Knight next week in London against Braun Strowman for the U.S. title. Is so Terry Bam Bam Gordy's daughter as well. Okay. Appreciate that, Christopher. I hung out on the side of the. It's exactly my point, Jose. Yes, exactly. You know exactly what I'm saying. You know what I mean. There was no good shit going on in the stairs. Y'all weren't playing fucking patty cake, or you might have been, but there's a different story altogether. But yeah, the OTC is here. Paul, and then the OTC. What up, Heather? The Shark, John Tenta. Oh, you know exactly what we're doing on early, Heather. Triple Threat Mania announcement coming soon. Yeah, as Roman, Paul Heyman, we're here. The YTC, your tribal chief. MCMG, you're funny as hell. Let's go. I work today. Had a good day. I'm glad you had a good day. Happy Friday. I hope you're ready for the weekend, Heather. And yeah, we are here early because the show is early, as if this is the main event-ish spot. Are we going to effectively kill 25 minutes here? Yeah, like 10 minutes in entrances alone. I will say this, folks. I am still here. Just hang tight. My voice is still here. Look at the picture. But we are rolling, folks. We are getting ready. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and our buddy CM Punk all going to be in the building at the same time. Get them fingers up. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're a part of the fun. Make sure you're a part of the shows. And we got more coming your way. And don't forget, if you're not a member, be a member Sunday. Members only for all of you guys out there. I hope you're excited. I hope you tune in. And again, if you're not a member yet, make sure you do so. Don't forget, we still have the WFU apparel available for all those out there. Make sure you get yours. We have the Real Reaction shirts. We have the Tea Time Tony shirts. Jarrah Hogan, go get those. And of course, the F Meltzer shirts. All proceeds go to the North American World Literacy Fund. So make sure you're there for that. And do not miss out, as we got more and more coming your way. And yeah, go get your apparel. Go check out our shop. We have all our logos, great quality shirts. I got a bunch myself. And again, like I said, this Sunday, 6:30 p.m., we will be going live for members only. We're looking forward to this one, folks. It should be a good time, but I appreciate everyone joining us. And let's go. Let's go. What will happen in this spot? Will it break down to a fight? Will it? Too funny. That's too funny. Got fight. Let's go. Yeah, it looks that way. And again, I mean, Athena's been a long awaited. We've been waiting for Athena to come around for a long time. And again, I think Mercedes is in complete control. They got Jennifer Pepper Potts or Bottom or whatever the fuck her name is, helping out with Sasha's stuff. I don't think it's the best. But ultimately, we are good to go. But yes, be here Sunday for the show. Be here Monday for Raw. Be here all week long as we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Looking forward to WrestleMania season, which is going to be crazy. And that, my friends, is called being creatively effective. Oh, I lied. There we go. This entrance is just as long as Jay's, but with zero movement, right? It is definitely drawn out. It took him almost 4.5 minutes to get to the ring. Brawl. You're calling a brawl? Okay. Now, we know Seth and Punk have been brawling for weeks, so wouldn't shock me. I mean, all three men all in the ring at the same time. Nick has resting dad face. I like that. I like that. He definitely does. Roman's entrance is exactly how I walk into a bar. It's only too bad they didn't play the music, right? Dun, dun, dun. Fingers up. I like it. Stop it. All the fingers. Pause. WFU. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shut up. That's enough out of you. Work was good. Made tips. I like it. Gabe Stevenson won his first round match. Also, Baron Corbin out there winning jiu-jitsu tournaments. I want to see Baron Corbin versus John Moxley in a shoot grapple. Roman's entrance is exactly. I got that one. I got that one. Oh, two different things. Where's your friend today? Well, my friend is working. Gabe Stevenson won his first match at NCAA tournament. Good for him. Finger up as the OTC champs. And Paul handing off the microphone. KJ Payne, I love it. In my junior year of college, I had a psych professor that on the first day he came into the Rocks theme music. It was, oh, that's amazing. That's a good professor. And the crowd is singing. Roman is a milking. This is crazy. Let's go. What's going to happen, folks? You heard nothing. Corbin destroy Mox. Oh, yeah. Stretch him right out. What's your thoughts on the Moxley suplex thing? I kind of beat this up a lot this week, Bear. The short version of my feelings is that it was time, place, and it essentially works out for me. It's hot shotting. I don't mind big spots. I don't mind. I understand that wrestlers are going to go into some hardcore stuff, and there's a risk to it. I get that. I'm not soft about it. I'm not a child because I don't like the violence like some have tried to propose, but it's meaningless. It was stupid. It was a bad match, and because Moxley got suplexed on some spikes, people thought it was the best Dynamite ever. Like, to me, it's simplistic. It is working to the lowest common denominator, and that's why I think we continue to see, like, we have this core audience of AEW that will like anything they do, and this is the perfect example of it. And they get completely swept away by nothing. Video game bullshit is a great way to put it. So Roman's got the mic. Letting everyone know last week at the Garden, I did what I did. And a championship belt for the best grade in the class. That was back in 1997 at Buffalo University. That's really cool, AD. I like that. There's only one tribal chief singing in Italian. Is that what they're saying? Thank you.
It's an amazing drinking game.
Let me know. One's up. And here comes Seth. MJF could be bringing a former Dynamite members. Listen, MJF was in a really good faction with Hammerstone and shit. It was the other one. But there has been some talk about the possibility of MJF needing help. And could it be somebody like Hammerstone? I'm sure someone out there is going to correct me real quick. Who is the third member of that crew? Just watch Ric Flair, Arn Anderson from Fall Brawl 95. Wow, nice throwback. Italy's been good. Italy's been good. I might give a slight edge to Brussels, but Italy's been real solid here today. Soraya in an interview said she is upset and frustrated. Her and Mercedes haven't had a match. They have history. I think Soraya is another example of a person that signed with AEW and her value went down. She wasn't putting good stuff. She wasn't putting good angles. She wasn't booked very effectively. There is history between Monet and Soraya. My fear is Monet and Soraya will be a terrible match. That is my fear. As a guy who was a big Paige fan, I have no problem with her being in a position of relevance, but they just haven't used her well. And I don't know that she can go the way she used to. So that is the biggest dilemma is you book this match. Sure, she's frustrated, but again, what are we going to do? That's funny. Yeah. What's the matter with you? Crowd is lit because they're all drunk. I like it. I like it. That Zambuca. Paige is my favorite. Once upon a time. Again, a great champion. She had a great run. She had a fucking awesome, debut into WWE. She did a lot of good things. I was a huge fan, huge crush on that girl. But yeah, I mean, AEW has minimized too many talents. Too many talents were big deals or had big names that have been kind of minimized or almost have become nothing. Seth got the Blue Beetle look. He really does. Oh, look who's home from work. The Dynasty, not the AEW pay-per-view. MGF, Hammerstone. Richard Holiday is the guy I couldn't remember. But yes, Richard Holiday. Yeah, I mean, bring them in. I mean, at least it's new and exciting. My fear is, where does it go? Do they book them strong? But thank you so much, Nick. Hope you had a good day. And Seth is screaming at Roman. That was my nickname in high school, MDB. Who's that in the hoodie? What hoodie? There is no you without me. There is no me without you. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Thanks, Brock's Bomber. Shut up, Big Nick. How's your mouth doing, Nick? Pause. It's about time we had. So does this become like Seth versus Roman, and then the favor is Punk gets into the triple threat? Let's go. Let's go. I'm here all week, folks. I aim to entertain. But here comes Punk, and the Italian crowd goes wild. MJF could be Hammerstone and Richard Holiday, the Dynasty versus Hurt Business. Absolutely. So MJF turns down Bobby. They pick on MJF, and you bring in Holiday and Hammerstone. Here's a question for anybody out there, including Big Nick. Where is Richard Holiday right now? Has anyone been on a Richard Holiday in a little bit here? The Italians know Mussolini. Let's go. Let's go. Seth just turns to the side, doesn't even want to look at Punk. You could see him almost like, this motherfucker, I wish a motherfucker would. Roman muttering to Paul. And yeah, it looks like we're about to get shit going. Punk's got his hand taped. So MJ got that one. At least I knew Holiday was with Progress Wrestling, but I don't know anymore. I know he's done some stuff there, but is he? Yeah. Tony can buy him. We're good. Richard Holiday, Party of Four, Richard Holiday. No personality. Crowd cheering. It's clobbering time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, folks. So we are breaking down the final segment here. $124 likes. 124 likes on this stream. Another mystery vignette. I want to see a clip of this vignette. I'm trying to see it while I'm still talking to y'all, but we got other things going on. My hand's not taped up to hold a microphone. Big Chief, Grimace. I didn't screw you. I know you hadn't been in one in a while, but it's for every man for himself in the Rumble. So I did nothing wrong. Sup, Kev? This is getting real good. Listen, Punk can cut a promo. There's never been an issue for Punk. Wasn't in, yeah. Okay. Appreciate that. It's promo time. Well, he didn't tape his hands for a promo. Punk standing on the turnbuckle, staring down at everybody in the ring. Watch the replay. Watch the replay, sir. My apologies. I would love a spicy chicken McGriddle right now. Ooh, sounds good. Oh, Punk jumps Roman. Roman looks at Paul, and Seth just like, I don't know what to do. Oh, now Seth on Punk. Yes. Now Roman grabs Seth, throws Seth into the corner. Roman on Punk. I just wish there was a place for TNA for the garbage daddies. Big Alex Price fan. Listen, we're friends of Cole Roderick. Great guy, friend of the show, friend of the channel. Yeah, I'd like to see them, progress, and move into other things, try some other avenues. He called him Grimace. He did. So now Seth and Punk are punching Roman. Roman tackles Punk. We got one lowly ref, not sure what to do with his life. Seth punches Punk. Punk punches Seth. Roman grabs Punk. More refs. Took a minute. Feels like the officials weren't on cue. Yeah, Punk's great. And he's right. That's the part of it, right? I did nothing wrong by fighting you at the Rumble. That's the rules. That's how this is supposed to be. Punk's on the commentary table now. Crowd cheering. Punk points to the Mania sign. Paul yelling, no! No! Don't. I love it. It's just chaos. Seth on Roman. This is pandemonium. Punk on Roman. Tope from Seth. Everyone falls like bowling pins. Roman pounding on Punk. It's hard to call the action. Let's go. Roman clawing at Punk's eyes. Aldis is out there. Producers are out there. Trying to pull him apart. Where's Seth? Oh, Punk eats stairs. Seth eats stairs. Roman chucking the stairs around. Everybody down except Roman. It is volcanic. Good call by Joe. Roman standing on the steps. Fight forever. Flames. Still got 7 minutes on my clock, but remember, this will end a couple minutes before the hour. Called it. Seth and Roman punching. Punk's got Roman by the hair. Security doing all they can. And that's how we end the week. That's how we end SmackDown. We are done. How you feeling about it? That's it, folks. Chaos. Pandemonium. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I think they just said next episode, 4 p.m. on Friday. I think that's what it said. I could be wrong. But that is SmackDown, folks. As always, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show. What did you like? What didn't you like? And I'm still trying to look at this this teaser video to see if I can see what's going on. But let me know. How did you feel? How did you feel? I'm trying to see what the image is. It's so fast. Yeah, I can't see. It looks like an X-ray. Is that an X-ray? Or is it just like inverted smoke image? Sorry, I'm looking at the number 4 teaser we got today. What is that? Trying to go in slow motion. We got a necklace. Anybody get any clues out there? Any internet sleuths helping hone in on the fact that it's Malachi Black? By the way, I will remind everybody once again, somebody let Sean Ross Sapp know that Phoenix is coming to SmackDown. But holy shit, one of those security guards had a bowl cut, and he did. That is funny that you caught that. Get the police. Let's go. DM'd you Phoenix vignette if that's what you're looking for. Not looking for that at all, sir, but thank you. Bravo. Bellissimo. Fun ending. 8 out of 10 knee pads. 8. Okay. 8. See, I didn't feel that strongly about it, but 8's okay. 7.5. Liv Pin, Jade, Naomi helped out and stood tall. We got the Mona Leva. I love it. And she got all the love from the home country. Her home country. Is she Italian? It was a great day for Liv Squad. Yeah, absolutely, 316. Completely agree with everything you said. I like when you make good points. There you have it. Roman versus Seth versus CM Punk. Night 1. Main event. WrestleMania 41. There it is, folks. It's official. Now, we're assuming main event night 1. I don't know if it's main event night 1. It could be. It really has the star power to be. But CM Punk throws down the gauntlet. You and you. I'm the best in the world. And I'll prove it at Mania. And we're in chaos. I know. And people can say what they want. I don't love all of the triple threats that we've had. But you can't, Roman, Seth, and Punk with so much history. I can't complain about this. 9 out of 10, the ending cooked. 7.5, 8. Reigns versus Rollins versus Punk. Triple threat in Sin City, either Saturday or Sunday. Make the match official. We're that close. I mean, you tease it that hard, you're getting it. But let's get it official. Osama, good to see ya. How you doing? 8.5. Ending elevated the show. I agree with that, Sid. I think a little bit of recency bias at the end there. Liv is Jersey Italian. I just knew she was white as white. But yeah, okay, there you go. Liv Morgan. 8.5 out of 10 because of the crowd. Crowd was great today in Bologna. Liv is part Italian. Fair enough. I was locked in at 7.25. The ending definitely bumped it up. Yeah, I think I'm at a 7.5. If my honest opinion here today, 7.5, a lot of build. I think we're getting Solo and Jacob getting closer and closer to their issues. Will Solo need reinforcements? Are there Samoans out there that could help him? I know Tonga's close to returning. The ending solid, elevates the show. Can't complain with that at all. Big pop from the crowd. I thought the Liv match was solid today. I thought the tag match, I thought Los Lotharios and Street Profits put on a really good match. Still feel like they're building towards that big multi-man match or multi-team match at Mania. There's some, okay spots in there, a little flat. I was definitely hovering around a 7. Come up a little bit as we get towards the end there. The ending was fun. Again, anytime I'm calling the action and it's like, oh my God, this and this and that and this, that's a fun time. That's what we're doing. Multi-man mania. Yeah. Triple threats everywhere. Triple H likes triple threats. What can we say? That would be hilarious if the wise man left with the architect at WrestleMania. Again, expect the unexpected. Zilla is still out there. That is true. Where's Zilla at? How's his development going? I know Booker T's keeping a close eye on him. 6.5 from Tony. Tony's a little bit lower than most out there. I can't live if I ain't got live. Well, apparently you're in good company, Sin. There's several people in the chat feel that way. Mania build, I love it. I've been happy. This European tour has been fun. And then we come out of Europe at the end of the month. We have a few weeks to build to those Mania shows. I've enjoyed it. I know people got mad in February of like, they're not building Mania very well. We hadn't even got to Elimination Chamber yet. A lot of things unfolded. Not everybody. And again, for those, I know we were talking about old time wrestling today, and some of us in the older category remember, you know, you had The Rock and you had guys like Austin and Taker and Mankind and Batista and Randy. Like, not everybody could have a title match. Like, we had a Mania with Chris Jericho and Triple H. Bad choice, but the other guys had to be sprinkled through the card. So if Cody's going to do this thing with John, then then Roman needs something to do. Well, Roman, CM Punk, Seth, I like it. I like it. I like it. Yep, absolutely. The crowd was great. I agree. Saffit, 7 out of 7.5. Or you're saying, you know, one of the two in between. Ending saved it, really. Yeah, I mean, again, I could have seen like a 6.5 without the ending. Like Tony said, 6.5. I don't recall anything I really like, you know, blew up over. The fun, you know, the teaser with the 4, that's kind of cool. But ultimately, yeah, I think there was some stuff that, again, a little bit of a light show. I thought the in-ring stuff, they did a really good job of going from match to match to match. Not a lot of just, you know, slowly you doing things. But yeah, the ending helped the show. It elevated the show. That's what your main event stars are supposed to do. So ultimately, again, I was in and around that 7, a little bit of a bonus mark because I thought the ending was super fun. Overall, and you know, a solid show, not an incredible show, not a groundbreaking show, but a very nice stepping stone as we head towards WrestleMania and we head towards Glasgow on Monday. Drew McIntyre said he's going to be there. Will Joe Hendry be there? I know myself and Big Nick are going to be there. It's going to be a hell of a show, and we got all day long to talk about it. But all that being said, folks, I appreciate you for spending a Friday afternoon with us. Once again, if you can't make an afternoon show, you can always watch the replay. If you miss us in the evening, you can always watch some of our other content. And we appreciate you for being a part of it. Go check out the Wing Show. It was a hell of a time last night. Congratulations again to Anthony. Go sign up for our members-only chat. Become a member. Be there on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Myself, Big Nick, and Anthony going to get into all the fun stuff. And then Wrestling Court next week. Don't forget all your favorite wrestling next week as well as we get into Raw, NXT, Dynamite. What will the fallouts of this week bleed into next week? And literally, in the case of Dynamite, Wednesday is going to be extremely interesting. This Thursday, we are going to be doing TNA, which is exciting. There's the graphic for Raw. Don't forget, it's at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here. Do not miss out. And again, folks, as I always say, the nicest thing you could do is let everybody know about the Wrestling for Life Network. Anywhere you talk about wrestling, share the links, share the tweets, share the Instagram stories and the posts. We appreciate it. We can't thank you enough. But that is our show. We are back on Sunday. I hope everyone out there has a happy, healthy, and safe weekend. Can't wait to talk to the members on Sunday. Can't wait to get back here on Monday for an amazing show in Glasgow. But shout out to SmackDown. Bologna was fun. Thank you all for keeping me company. And until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Goodbye.